terms of why, to your question, why didn't they do Calais the way they did Tyreek? Maybe, I can't answer the question. They cuff him. They did cuff Calais. And Calais in no way escalated. I think we're splitting hairs now. Did Tyreek escalate? You could argue in a way he did because he didn't do what he was asked to do. But to your point, Calais didn't do what he was asked to do. And nobody put a knee in his back. Why is that? He's 6'8". He wasn't disrespecting them. I don't know. I can't get in the cops' minds. But to your point, Rakid, when you say, do you know what it's like? I couldn't agree with you more. No, I don't know what it's like. That's why I'm always so careful about having these conversations, because I don't know what it's like. So I'm trying to moderate in some way and give you a forum where I can hear all points of opinion. These are really difficult conversations, but you have to have the hard conversation. Huge call brought to you by O'Reilly Auto Parts. Save with summer brake deals at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Get those parts you need for your next brake job with Brake Best Select, Select Pro, and Import Direct brake pads and rotors right now at your local O'Reilly Auto Parts store. My thanks to our guests. Thank you for you clones. Thanks to the XR4 Ti. Have a great day. See you tomorrow. We're out. All right, when it comes to getting life insurance for your family, a lot of excuses can get in the way. But ask yourself this. If something were to happen to me, who would pay the mortgage, the kids' education, and the other bills? Then forget the excuses and check out Ethos Life, the online, easy way to get life insurance in 10 minutes. Ethos has rates that you can afford, like a $500,000 policy for a 40-year-old male starting at $1 a day or $30 a month with a few health questions and no medical exam. Get your free quote right now at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com. Not available in all states. Rates do vary.
Want to keep your gas-powered engines running like new? Stable's proprietary formulas are proven by third-party testing to outperform the competition in keeping fuel fresh, preventing corrosion, and cleaning the entire fuel system. With Stable, you can have confidence you are doing the right thing for your engine's long-term health. Just pour into your gas can or fuel tank, then top off with fresh fuel. At every fill-up or when you store, start with Stable. Available where fuel additives are sold.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
My whole business just went up in flames, but my agent was there before the fire was out. We started a plan. I've got 25 employees who could be out of a job if we didn't get this place running again. My independent agent and auto owners insurance, they made sure we didn't skip a beat. I mean, we didn't miss a single payroll. was incredible.
For whatever lies ahead, we're always there.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
How's everybody doing?
My God! Don't give me that homer. You know, no.
Hey!
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
Flip that, Shirley.
Claude Lemieux, he is the brother of this famous hockey player.
Pepe Le Pew.
Tony Dunn, you will not be making the Pirate Radio Live Open at this time.
It was just such a fresh of breath air.
Well said, Sean.
I can't even feel my head up. Somebody got a big old head that wears these things.
That would be me. Jamie, I have a gourd, son. I sit there every day.
That's a tater right there.
That's all. I love y'all, man.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a Tuesday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Brock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. We are online, PR927fm.com. And we'd love for you to come hang out with us on Facebook Live and YouTube as we are with you for the next 3 hours right here on PRL, and we got a packed show for you today. Mack McCarthy joins us for a college football hour coming up from 3 to 4. At 4 o'clock, we'll check in with the Mully man. We'll see if our outfits are okay for him today, as he loves to talk men's fashion and worry about what other men are wearing. So we'll talk to Mully at 4 o'clock. Also, in hour number 2, we've got Cliff Godwin, Ellerby. I talked to Cliff Godwin one-on-one earlier today about Inky Johnson coming to Greenville, and also a little fall ball, as we'll start to talk to some Pirate players as well. Dixon Williams going to join us on a Wednesday show. So we'll sprinkle in a little baseball talk during this football season, but Cliff Godwin coming up later on today. And hour 3, Bryce Williams will give his thoughts on the 2-0 Pirates. I'm sure Bryce was 2-0 at some point in his career here, right? 2013, 14? How did we start 14? Zach, you can look that up for us. Thank you, Zach, for being here. Zach Lewis on the video production today. Shirley Rhodes in the audio production chair and keeping us afloat. Left side.
Strong side.
Chandler Honeycutt's here. Hello, Chine.
What's up, Clipper? How are you doing?
Fantastic. I'm doing much better today than I was yesterday, coming off the Which, again, week 1 NFL is awesome as long as your team doesn't play or you don't have to watch your team. But I'm pumped up today. What a great week. We got an awesome game right here in our own backyard in Greenville, North Carolina that we're going to talk about. We've got Mack McCarthy here. I told Coach Mack once again before the show he has reinvigorated my love for college football and talking college football, so much to the point that I've printed out a page full of notes for all you guys. And to tell you how little I prepare for this show every day, I always brag every time I print out notes, and it's like 3 times a month. So it tells you how little I do. I like to freestyle and go off the cuff, but got a lot of notes to dive into with Coach Mack. Mack, did you bring any prepared material today?
I did not, because it speaks for itself.
Well, good point.
The weekend speaks for itself.
Absolutely.
With all the overreactions that we talked about last week.
First, I want to start with the PSA. Mack, I know you're not an NFL guy. Excuse me for one moment, but this is bigger than just NFL. This is everybody does picks now. Gambling talk is everywhere. You really got to be careful of who you listen to and make sure you are not being led astray when you hear people, usually Caucasian males, but sometimes men, women of all races will throw out picks and things like that. Some people know what they're talking about. Others, they're just talking. They're just filling the room with air. Shirley, can we hear a prediction from Friday's show on Pirate Radio Live, please? All right, we go to Jets and Niners.
Man.
And what about man? There's no man. There's Niners, man. They're gonna kill the Jets.
I have picked, so the Buck is doing like the pick 'em, and I'm going Jets. I picked the 49ers with the Bucks pick 'em.
Me too.
I'm going Jets.
Me too.
So you're going with a little hedge action.
Yeah.
I'm going
Jets too. This is my one. Look, I'm up 1-0 against you guys. This is my throwaway game right here. Aaron Rodgers,
We're gonna get
mad that he was not drafted by the 49ers. He plays great angry.
This might be my game of the week. Niners by 17.
No way.
I'm going Jets. I think the Niners take a big step back this year.
You're on an island by yourselves. You're probably going to win this thing.
I'm going to say, this is a blowout, guys. This is not even worth watching. Don't even stay up late.
You're crazy. We don't know anything about the Jets, really.
I know something about the Niners. And I play that to say I'm sorry the Niners only won by 13. Jets scored late. So if you took the alternate minus 16.5 line, I'm sorry. I was wrong. Jets scored late, and the Niners only won by 13. Just make sure you know who you're listening to and who you're following and who you're avoiding. That's all.
Great advice.
Thank you.
Great advice.
When you host your own show, you can cherry pick whatever you want to and play it back to make yourself sound like a genius. And I love doing it. Blowout. Don't even stay up and watch it. I did get tired of everybody jumping on the Jets. Why are people excited about the Jets? I don't know. Anyway, college football, Coach Mack.
Yeah.
Let's get to it.
Yeah, the most important thing, college football.
Notre Dame loses to Northern Illinois. I meant to ask you this last week after the team that shall not be named lost as a double-digit favorite.
Correct.
To Vandy. I meant to bring it up last week. Now I have to bring it up. What double-digit dog is going to win outright this week? Tulane and Oklahoma? Arkansas State, Michigan? Alabama, Wisconsin? Oregon State, Oregon? Is it going to happen every week, Mac? That's my question, really.
Is Oregon a double-digit favorite?
It might only be 7, but I think I saw double digits. Is this a trend that we're going to see every week? Or is that nuts?
Well, we saw 2 in week 1. We saw 1 in week 2. So I'm not
We were close, but you're right. Only 1, but and we'll get to this. Some shaky wins. Penn State, Oklahoma, Arizona. I only know that because I've bet on them with huge numbers twice against bad teams, and they're up 13-10 in the fourth quarter. Alabama for 3 quarters kind of fooled around, ended up scoring a lot of points and blowing them out. But there were some shaky favorites as well.
Tulane, Oklahoma is an interesting one if you had to pick one, because Oklahoma has really struggled offensively. I think they are literally 1 for 13 on third downs in the first 2 games, even though they blew out just a horrible Temple team. But really struggled against a bad Houston team.
But what appears to be a really bad Houston team. I guess my general question was, will this happen every week? You say
no.
2 week one last week.
No.
You think, okay.
No.
All right. I just wanted to identify it if that was going to continue. Any thoughts? Everybody's talked about it on Notre Dame. Was it a letdown? Was it a legit?
I don't know. I mean, if you recall, I had real questions about Notre Dame. Offensive line, I didn't think their defense was going to be just dominant. It was against Texas A&M. But now, and of course you can't say this in public because people will chastise you, but how good is Texas A&M? How good is the SEC? And again, people say, well, they've got the top teams, and they do. But they always brag about the depth and what a big gauntlet it is. Is it really a big gauntlet? I don't know that it is. Texas A&M gets whooped pretty soundly by Notre Dame, who turns around and loses literally to Northern Illinois. And what a great story, and one of the biggest upsets of all time. But goodness gracious, what does that make Texas A&M look like? And they're going to play at Florida this week, and I know who I'm taking, and it ain't going to be Texas A&M.
Texas A&M Florida is this week?
Yeah.
Yikes. All right. That is a loser leaves town match. Well, no, Mike Elko's in there for one of the coaches.
I think Elko's okay. And literally, we talked about the overreaction. There's no question in my mind that at some point I have said after Notre Dame's win that they are in the playoffs, period. They are not in the playoffs.
You should have put a comma.
Yeah.
Or something else in there. Well, what I said, Mac, that was a playoff game because we had Notre Dame slotted in as the 5. And Northern Illinois would have been the 12. They just played it a little bit early.
There you go. And you asked a good question in your notes here. Why is Notre Dame ranked higher than Northern Illinois? Wins and losses are supposed to mean something, but how do you compare? Here's a good example. Oregon has dropped 6, 7, 8 spots. They're 2-0, and they played.
Well, week 1 they messed around with a not so great
Idaho,
team. Right.
but it was an FBS team anyway.
No, they are FCS now.
Oh, they are.
They dropped down.
They dropped out. Okay, so my apologies. And then they struggle against Boise, which win on the last second. And Boise's supposed to be pretty good.
Right.
Okay, but they're 2-0. Mississippi, on the other hand, beats the living dog out of Furman and Middle Tennessee. How do you compare their 2-0 versus is Oregon's 2-0 really worse? Who has the better win? Who has the best win out of that group?
I should preface
this does.
by saying that this is all, none of this matters. Like, it's all triggering. Like, I should not get this upset about rankings, but we're sitting here talking about it. That's a great point you bring up. How do you compare the wins? But how do you say a team that just lost to a team is ranked higher than that team, the Notre Dame Northern Illinois thing?
And they always talk about head-to-head. Does it matter?
I guess not. The game's decided on the field, yeah, but not the rankings, not who's better, apparently.
And if we're going to just have rankings based on who's got the better roster, why the heck do we even play the games?
Exactly. Well said. Also, I joked last week. I tongue-in-cheek said, what are you going to do? Put Boston College in the top 25 since they beat Florida State? Well, apparently
they did.
They did not take that as a sarcastic question. Now, the funny thing is Memphis has Florida State next. If Memphis goes to Tallahassee and wins, guess what? They're going to be in the top 25.
100%. 100%.
0-3 Florida State. Everybody that beats them goes into the top 25. It's stupid. I don't know. I hate the rankings. And by the way, I made my own rankings. We'll get to later on.
And every team in college football is like, we want Florida State. We want a chance to be in the top 25.
A, they're bad. B, if we beat them, we get to go in the top 25. It's a perfect world. All right. SMU's making a quarterback change. How about this early to make a change, Coach Mack?
If a change is inevitable, regardless of what it is, if a change is inevitable, make it.
What about here at East Carolina, where the Pirates are 2-0?
2-0.
And their quarterback.
What do you want to be? 2-0.
How about Jake Garcia, 7 interceptions, most interceptions in all of college football. Pirates are 2-0. Aiden Childs, I watch him play the opener. Michigan State has 5 picks, tied for second most in college football. They're 2-0.
Yeah.
And they just won in Maryland, which is a pretty good win, I would think.
Darn good win. And Childs was the one who said, bet on it. We're gonna be really good
take
offensively.
The over or whatever.
Yeah,
that
and he in the first game he threw for 114 yards, but the second game he threw for 366 yards or something like that against Maryland.
So if we do this like an SAT question, like I guess we're saying if you throw a lot of interceptions, you're going to go undefeated. That's what I've learned from this little exercise.
Wow. I think that would be dangerous.
7 picks, 2-0. 5 picks, 2-0. Simple as that.
That's called scheduling. That's not called execution.
Coach, as a basketball coach, if your point guard is averaging 8 turnovers a game,
hey, you're going to get beat a lot. 2
assists. No, you're not. You're 2-0.
Well, that's if you play Roanoke College and Georgia College, you will be 2-0.
But would you take the guy? Maybe he's doing something. He's playing some good defense or something. He's doing something that is helping you win. You got to. Do you keep him in or do you go with somebody else?
Are you winning in spite of him?
All these questions we're asking right now about our situation. But it is an interesting situation, right? To have a quarterback throwing that many picks, but you don't want to pull the plug on a guy when you're winning.
Yeah, and the thing that the coaches have access to a little bit more than the regular fan is the fact that, what caused the interceptions? Did the receiver run the right route? Did the receiver make a play on the ball? Was he rushed because the line didn't protect? Or there are a lot of different things that go into an interception. But that being said, turning the ball over usually will get you beat.
You can find that out if you watch Inside the Film Room with Holt Nailers, which is out right now.
Is it? I haven't seen it.
Yes, it's like 30 minutes of greatness.
Just 30 minutes of greatness.
Just absolute breakdown.
That should be the title of your autobiography.
Absolute greatness.
All right, we'll get to more Pirate talk coming up in hour number 2 and 3, and maybe hear more with Mack as well. Mack, I put in a future today.
Nico.
Why? I think it'd be fun to just follow a guy all year and then hope he puts up big numbers and wins. But also last year we learned you don't have to have a championship contender necessarily. You don't have to be on a contending team to win the Heisman. I want to ask you as well, because very early in the season last year, I want to say you asked the question, can Jaden Daniels win the Heisman? And I'm pretty sure I said no, because his team's not going to win enough. And they're going to go, 7-5? I believe that was our conversation. Well, he ended up winning. And how many games did they win in the regular season? 7, 8? 8 probably.
I think 8.
So I think Tennessee can go 8-4.
Oh, they can go better than that.
It's just a matter, and so good. And if Nico can put up numbers, do you have anybody outside of yours, and who else was in the running for the favorites? Gabriel was kind of dropped off, I guess, the way Oregon has started, but yes, he can still win. Anybody like a dark horse like Daniels was last year?
Gosh, trying to think real quick.
I'll name some teams. Ohio State. You got Milroe at Bama. You got
the Ohio State guy you wouldn't think. How about the guy that they ran off, Kyle McCord?
Syracuse. Good winner for me last week.
Leading passer of the country.
Cam Ward?
Yeah,
Miami?
Cam Ward's up there.
Cam Ward should absolutely be
at
up
Miami.
there.
Millermont College. What's his name?
Miller Moss.
Moss at USC.
Yeah, for
sure. Is it Moss?
Moss.
No, Miller
Moss.
Is that his name?
Yes, that's his name.
Miller Moss.
Okay.
You need to know
it's Cam.
You need to know the name.
His name's Miller Mont.
That's the college. Okay, once again,
Miller Moss.
I mean, you could say Miller Moss College. What about Cam Rising?
No.
Yes. No, he could. He could absolutely be in the.
Isn't he already hurt again?
No.
Okay. All right. So give me a dark, or you got a dark horse? You know what? When you're ready, tell me. I don't want to force anything out of you.
Okay.
There you go.
That's very nice of him.
It was really, wasn't it? You know.
With your consent, Coach Mack. Should we? I love a game where we do this a lot. Week 1, where we can come up with like big conclusions. It's almost overreaction. Week 2 overreaction. 2 questions. Should we take Colorado seriously? Should we take Nebraska seriously? Should we bury Colorado?
Bury Colorado right now.
Dunzo.
I mean, you even got Shadur in the post game asking how many times did Raiola or whatever the quarterback's name, the Patrick Mahomes Part 2. He asked how many times he gets sacked. Basically throwing his offensive line on the bus. Travis Hunter was preseason playing the NCAA game saying, man, this is just like in real life.
Yeah.
The chemistry in that locker room is terrible. They're not that good. And they
got smoked.
They got embarrassed by Matt Rule in Nebraska.
Yeah, run ruled.
So it sounds like are you saying yes? Go ahead and bury the Buffs?
Oh, I think that of those 2 things, I would bury the Buffs for sure.
Are you taking Nebraska seriously?
I could be, with one caveat. If they can get by Rutgers, they're going to be 7-0 when they play Ohio State.
Oh, I think we looked at this earlier and like their schedule. Let me look again.
Yeah. They play Purdue. They play Northern Iowa. It's set up. If they can beat Rutgers, they'll be 7-0 when they play Ohio State, which will certainly just make that huge. But Colorado, you know how I know
you're bypassing Illinois a little bit.
Yes, I am. Rutgers is the team they have to beat.
He said, "Yes, I am." Okay.
Here was the thing for Colorado that made me bury him.
Can I say one more thing?
Sure.
You're bypassing at Indiana.
Yes, I am.
Sorry, Jamie. Okay, just saying. There's a lot. Okay.
Signetti.
Carry on.
I mean, none of them are guarantees, but Rutgers is the biggest stumbling block to me.
All
right. Colorado. One of the things we talked about the on the field stuff. How about the fact that after a touchdown, Colorado plays the fight song? Do you know that? After they score a touchdown, their band plays the fight song.
Sure.
They can't play the fight song anymore if Shadur scores the touchdown.
He's got his own song?
He has his own rap song, and they must play that.
Okay.
Wow.
So they're done. Bury them.
Even if they're down 45-0?
Yes.
He scores, hit the music.
Still playing the rap song.
Hit my music. All right. Way to go,
Is it Get Paid? Which is the third down song at Dowdy-Ficklen Stadium?
Yeah, I don't know. Jamie says, Coach Mack is still my guy.
Thanks,
What's up, chat gang? Let me check in with y'all real quick, and we'll take a break. I got a couple more things to get to on my list, and then we'll go around the horn. Jamie says, hey now, shout out to my guy, Coach Mack. Jerry says, hello. Derek says, smash the like. Thank you, Derek. PJ says, hey, yo. Let's see. Kenny says, A-Hart must have never played baseball with that slide. Maybe Coach Godwin can give him some pointers.
That was a great video.
You saw that? Okay, good.
He coaches baseball. He does coach baseball.
Do you love the hustle or what, Coach? He was like diving for a loose ball out of bounds.
Great effort.
Yeah.
Great effort.
Lane says, Charlotte fans are delusional. Really sucks we gave them a win last year because this nonsense I see on X. Why are you paying attention to Charlotte fans? It's not Charlotte week.
Fans in general, and I'm not picking on ECU fans at all. It doesn't matter whether you're Virginia Tech or North Carolina or Alabama. Fans are a little bit, and fans focus way too much on other teams. Focus on your team.
Agreed. And I'm one of those fans that is delusional, and I focus on other teams. Steve says, hey, yo. Johnny Stats has a stat to consider. Shirley, can you give me a stat to consider real quick?
Took a stat to consider.
He says South Carolina is alone in first place in the SEC.
Okay, here's another thing. We talk about overreactions. We're guilty of it, right? Lots of fans are guilty of it. The general public is guilty of it. But you know who shouldn't be guilty of it? The networks. How in the living HELL does South Carolina go from struggling against Old Dominion to hosting game day?
Oh, they are?
Yes.
I did not know that.
And of all the games in the country, is that the game you want to focus on?
They're playing who?
Does it matter? LSU.
That's ugly. Let's see. They could have gone to Manhattan. They could have gone to Camp Randall for Bama. They could have gone to Missouri. Hey, you want to put Boston College in the top 25?
Give them game day.
They're at Missouri. Go there.
You could have done a neat thing. Oregon State, or Washington.
There it is.
Washington State.
Yeah.
Either one of those. Those are great stories.
Yep. I'm with you, Coach Mack.
But we're going to South Carolina? Well, you tell me why.
I think because this is exactly why. Because they plan to go to Lexington for Georgia, Kentucky, but then Kentucky lost to South Carolina, and they're like, oops.
So head-to-head matters.
In this case, yes. For game day purposes only. No, good call, Coach Mack. That's weak right there. Russ said, let's rage. Johnny said Jackson Dart. Maybe throw a dart on him for a Heisman.
That's a really good call. Really good call. Go score a lot of points. Has the schedule that will get him exposure.
We have John Moody's Lock of the Week. For those not following, John Moody gave me his Lock of the Week, week 1. It was...
don't bring that up.
That one. Week 2, it was...
Thanks, John.
Alabama, who was like tied in the third quarter with South Florida.
He survived that one.
I don't know. Did they cover?
No.
Okay. Well, there you go. So he's 0 for 2. And I told him I would ride with him regardless. We will find out his week 3 lock of the week, which I'm going to ride with again. John, I'm going to go down with this ship. John had a great line on the 5th quarter. I said, with all these losses, John, and he had gone to a wedding. He sounded like he was pretty hammered. I said, John, how do you have money for a phone and a phone plan at this point while you're losing all these bets? He said, "Cause, man, I just bet it all back on the Pirates, baby."
Yeah,
Pirates money line.
I heard that. Great line by JJ.
Great line, John. So he won all his money back on the Pirates. We've got John Moody's Lock of the Week when we return on Pirate Radio Live, talking college football with Mack. We are back with you after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
Pirate fans, your 2-0 East Carolina football team looks to stay undefeated when the Pirates take on in-state rival Appalachian State Saturday at Dowdy-Ficklin Stadium for a 4 o'clock kickoff. The Pirates are off to their best start in 8 years behind a veteran defense and one of the fastest-paced offenses in the country. Tickets are going fast, so get yours today for as low as $70 each. Get there early and be loud as the Pirates take on the Mountaineers in Greenville Saturday at 4 o'clock.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Free Boot Friday is back. Downtown Greenville Partnership invites you to Free Boot Friday, the official pep rally for ECU football. Join fans for live music from great local bands, food trucks, beer garden, family activities, and so much more. The Free Boot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games at 5 Points Plaza. Visit downtowngreenville.com for more information, and as always, go Pirates.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joe M. Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Braxton Green, at 526-8260.
Braxton Green, NMLS 222-3878. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516.
Hey, Pirate Nation. This is Brian Buck with Buck Insurance Agency. This season, when you attend your favorite sporting event, take the game day pledge. If your team is playing, win or lose, support your team to the end of the game. When you leave early, you risk missing your favorite athlete making the play of their career. When our family buys a ticket, we always plan to stay to the very end. Take the game day pledge this season with Buck Insurance Agency. Play to the end, stay to the end.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Danny Beal, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear was easy to work with when I needed my custom t-shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and a quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Pirate Radio.
They'll never forget the eccentric pirate bonnet and his savage, insane, vengeful pirate horde. He's a pirate, a real proper pirate.
A proper pirate.
That man is a fearsome pirate if I've ever seen one.
Yep.
Yeah, he's definitely a pirate.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Brown & Wood is your home of the best selection of GMC, Cadillac, Buick, and Mazda in Eastern North Carolina since 1937. Shop their entire inventory online at brownandwoodauto.com or visit them on Greenville Boulevard. Brown & Wood, Greenville's #1 dealership and the home of the lifetime powertrain warranty. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with you. Good job, Josh. Taking the Jets plus 18.5 live late last night. I told you they'd win by 17, so plus 18.5 was a good number to have, Josh. Mike P said, Coach Mack said fans focus too much on other teams. They need to focus on their own team. He said, did Coach Mack just tell fans to focus more on being homers? Don't give me that bleep.
Yeah, fans should be homers.
Let's see. All right, we were talking during the break. John says he's on a losing streak. He had Bama. What did the line end up being? Because Bama had that monster fourth quarter. Did they not cover, John? I guess not. I don't know what the number was. But John says, I believe it's time. He said, first of all, Clip, I've lost hours of sleep thinking about this. He said, I believe it's time to call off the dogs on this losing streak. I'm tired of losing. I want to win to end this. With that being said, give me the
drum roll.
Florida State Seminoles minus 6.5 for the lock of the week.
Whoa, that's dangerous, John.
It's so ugly. I like it, John. I love it.
I hope he breaks the losing streak, but I'm nervous for him.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that really the number?
Minus 6.5 on ESPN against Mike Norvell's old team.
The Memphis Tigers. One win away from being in the top 25. They're right there on the cusp.
Is that because they'll go 3-0, or is that because they beat Florida State?
Both. I mean, they are receiving votes, so they are right there on the outside.
Strictly beating Florida State.
All right, y'all ready for Clip's Group of 5 power rankings?
Yes, I'm very interested.
No, that silence said it all. Nobody's interested.
I thought
Zach,
the Chan man was jumping in there, so I hesitated.
Chandler has no clue what's going on right now.
Yeah, I do.
Are you a college football guy?
Yes. He doesn't think so.
Zach, this seems right up your alley. Sure and I love your input and who should be in and who should be out. Number one, with a bullet, the Huskies of Northern Illinois. They went to South Bend and won. Most impressive Group of 5 win so far.
You know, the best thing about their win, they have a bye week this week.
Wow.
These folks get to enjoy this for 14 days.
The 24-hour rule? Screw that.
Exactly. Exactly.
Number 2, Texas State, who put it on UTSA. That was a good win.
Got the transfer quarterback. We said that was going to happen. That Texas State was going to beat UTSA. If you want to run the tape back, and I think the quarterback's name's McLeod. He transferred from JMU.
They killed me on the video game.
And they have a big chance to make some noise this week.
And we'll get to that in a moment. I have something about that, and one of the chat gang members.
You're welcome for the tease.
Brought that up as well. Thank you, Coach. Have you done radio before? Number 3, I'm putting a 1-1 team at number 3. I'm putting Boise State. And Sean, to your credit, last week you put the boys on the table. I was thinking about you late Saturday night. I usually think about you late at night.
Paid off.
Wow.
By the way, okay, no. It wasn't a screw job. Oregon dude, I cannot believe guys are still dropping the ball at the 1-yard line. I hate to be that guy because I probably wouldn't cut a player that did that, but man, I'd want to strangle him. But he drops the ball. What was it, a kick return?
Yep.
Dropped it at the 1-yard line. I guess they called it a touchdown because an Oregon player picked it up, correct?
Yep.
Yeah. So if that ball sits there for a while and I guess eventually it's blown dead, Boise State gets the ball, right? Yep. Or does Oregon keep the ball? How does that work if it just sits there?
I think they don't blow the whistles, so
somebody
will eventually
somebody all the time's going to run off the clock. But man, that was tight. I'm going to put Boise State at number 3 right now. Number 4, Mac, I'm going with the Running Rebs. So far this season, they won at Houston 27-7, and Houston just gave Oklahoma a game. Now they beat Utah Tech 72-14. I don't know if that should even count.
Yeah, but the big win over Houston was more impressive after Houston's performance against Oklahoma.
Right. On the road, Willie Fritz's first game. Now that's, I'll give him credit for that. Number 5, I'll take Memphis. I didn't know who to slot in at number 5. All right, Zach, how did I do?
Overall, I liked it. I was waiting for the Boise pick. I think 3 is fine. I could go higher. I mean, they looked really good, and Ashton Jeanty is a guy.
Yeah.
He is crazy.
He's a guy.
NIU's got to be number 1. If you're going to make a poll off of who's doing good, they're doing great. And 4 and 5 is always a toss-up. I like the Running Rebs. I didn't know if I would put them there, but I like it. And then if we got 5, you're going to have to put somebody with a loss. That's like Tulane with the loss to K-State or something like that. And you have Memphis, who doesn't have a loss, but they just haven't played anybody good yet, but they are about to.
When?
Okay, well, true. They're about to play a Power 5 school, and that'll be something to show off.
Who do I leave out? Army?
No. No service academies ever going to get up there unless they get mad on us. It's not the 1930s anymore.
Speaking of service academies, and that kind of gives this away, who is last in America in Division I football in total offense?
Navy?
Army?
No, it's not Army.
It's only one other choice.
Air Force has got to be.
Yep.
Really?
And they are normally... They're certainly in the top 1, 2, or 3 in rushing offense. They are putrid on offense this year.
Do they still have the coach that's been there forever?
Calhoun.
Yeah.
They usually run the least option out of all other schools. Out of the service academies, they run the option the least.
All right. Well, Mack, any thoughts on the the rankings there?
Oh, I like your rankings. I think that Northern Illinois certainly deserved what they got. Texas State has been impressive. We talked about them before. I had Memphis as my team that was going to come out of this group. Still feel that's possible. And, of course, this week will go a long way toward establishing that when they vault into the top 25.
All right. Redbeard said, is John Moody still drunk from Saturday? You know what? Maybe
Could be.
He's on a bender. I don't know. All right, so Cameron says the real lock of the week is Texas State money line Thursday night.
What is the line?
All right, so they play Arizona
State, who's been really impressive.
They beat Mississippi State, and then the week before they hammered Wyoming.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
They have a running back who's like a little bowling ball, a transfer from Sacramento State, and he's got a funny name like Scatabo is his name. And he rushed for like 250 yards or something against Mississippi State. That vaunted SEC. What is his name?
Cam Scatabo.
That is a great name.
Isn't that a great name?
Yeah. All right, Mac, before I tell you, what do you think the line is? Arizona State at Texas State in San Marcos, Texas.
It's at Texas State. Oh, my goodness. Probably Arizona State minus 3.5.
1.5. They're getting a lot of respect to Texas State.
They sure are. Kenny Dillingham, the coach at Arizona State. Gosh, right now he's done as good a job as anybody. Beat an SEC team and spanked Wyoming, who's usually pretty darn competitive. But the line kind of says it all. It's sort of a pick 'em kind of game, isn't it?
That game is on my G5 games to watch list, along with UNLV at Kansas. Kansas coming off a loss to Illinois. This would be a great resume builder for the Rebs. We mentioned Memphis at Florida State. I'm going to put App State at ECU up there because I think it might be a loser leave town match for the playoffs.
What do we think about App State? Usually when they've gone on the road, and we all know about Michigan. That was so long ago, I don't know. But to win at Texas A&M, they generally play people pretty tough, respectably. But 35-0 at the end, or 36-0 at the end of the first quarter is.
Well, Chandler, I've talked about it. They are a team that early in the year will either play somebody, like Coach Mack said, tough, or just win outright. Again, it seems like they play up to the competition, and then they'll lose 2 conference games or 3 conference games they shouldn't.
And that's not how the season's starting right now, because their first win, and it was 38-10, but I feel like for most of that game against East Tennessee State, it was kind of close there in the first
East Tennessee State is not good.
No.
And an FCS team.
So what was it last year, 2 years ago, where they went on the road, beat Texas A&M, and then they ended up, you're like, all right, can App State make some noise? And they end up losing a lot down the stretch, and I don't even think they went to a bowl game that year. So can it be the opposite this year? But it's not a good start for App State.
They are a road favorite here in Greenville, Coach Mack, by a little bit.
It's insulting.
It is. I'm very insulted. Toledo at Mississippi State. Good for the Rockets' resume if they could go to 3-0 with an SEC road win. Colorado at Colorado State. This was an epic game last year.
Big time.
And a chance for the Rams to get a marquee win. And I'll put New Mexico State and Fresno State there just because it is a loser leaves town match.
Because you know so much about Fresno State.
I do. And
tell us about Fresno State.
I'd hate their quarterback, Mikey Keene, who went to UCF. I've benched him on my game several times. They got a good receiver named Moss, a good running back named Sherrod.
Was it Moss or Mott?
It's definitely Moss. This guy's definitely Moss. So that is my group of 5 games to watch as far as the playoffs go for this week. Johnny says Tulsa at home plus 20.5 versus Oklahoma State. Tulsa's Kirk Francis is one of the highest rated quarterbacks in the nation. Cowboys dead last in pass coverage. Shall we start to use some of Johnny stats in our picks, John?
Yeah, because we don't call him Johnny Stats for nothing.
Tulsa's pretty pitiful, though, right?
I want to say they are.
Yeah. So I'm a little scared to do that. But there's going to be a double-digit dog to win outright this week. Why not Tulsa? It's going to happen.
We went from 2 to 1 to 0.
I disagree. I wish I could tell you which one it is. I don't know which one it is, but I think it's going to happen again, Coach Mack. Let's get another break in. We'll come back. We got to make our top 10 and top 25 picks. What top 10 and top 25 teams are going to lose. More of Mack's big picture college football thoughts. If we have time, little NASCAR playoffs talk. And more with Mack McCarthy, Hour 1, and more with you, Chat Gang. Keep on chiming in, enjoying it. Fun show here on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
Carolina Eagle is proud to partner with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to bring 4,704 cans of emergency drinking water to the local volunteer firefighters who help keep our community safe. This summer, Carolina Eagle wants to give a huge thank you to the Fountain Rural Fire Association for all that they do. At Carolina Eagle, they are proud to work with Anheuser-Busch and the National Volunteer Fire Council to give back to the place we call home. Carolina Eagle Distributing, proudly serving Eastern North Carolina since 1989.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Kyle Gaines here from Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. It is tailgating season, and there's no better way to tailgate than pulling up in a Ram 1500 or 2500. And we have a huge selection of Ram trucks here. You can save up to $10,000 off Ram 1500s and 2500s. We also have a huge selection of pre-owned vehicles, budget-friendly, from $599 and up. And remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Pirate Towing is now the exclusive towing partner for East Carolina Athletics. Pirate Towing has over 20 years of experience, open 24/7, and they can always assist you. Don't be stranded and wait for hours. Pirate Towing offers all roadside assistance to come give you a tow or jump start on game day or any day. Say Pirate Towing in your phone today and let the stress of car trouble go down. Pirate Towing, 955-4670. That's 955-4670, and also on Facebook. Pirate Towing, the preferred towing partner with ECU and Pirate Nation.
You know, texting while driving is dangerous. That's not new information. Yet most people admit to doing it anyway. Drivers are 23 times more likely to be involved in a car accident while texting. Know the facts and wait to text. The danger is real and it applies to you. Auto Owners Insurance, the no problem people. Information provided by Virginia Tech Transportation Institute.
This is Jeff Gibson with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
Mow like a pro with Hustler zero-turn mowers. They engineer their mowers to be maintenance and service friendly for the everyday homeowner while not sacrificing the build and cut quality they're known for. From the heavy-duty frame to the welded steel deck to their trademark smooth track steering, Hustler zero-turn mowers deliver professional grade cut quality for a perfectly manicured lawn. Come into Ron Ayers Motorsports to see the Hustler difference for yourself today. Ron Ayers Motorsports, Highway 11, north of the airport in Greenville.
Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and a drink on the patio. Join Down on Main Street every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
From the belt, here's the delivery.
Pirate Radio, the station that always delivers.
Fine, and lapping it up faster than we can deliver.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. Their mission is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Dr. Michaels and Gateway can handle all your dental needs, including cleanings, crowns and fillings, sedation dentistry, and cosmetic needs such as braces and implants. Visit them at 2330 Hemby Lane in Greenville or give them a call at 752-1600. Bring your smile to us at Michaels and Gateway Family and Cosmetic Dentistry. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
Back with your Pirate Radio Live. Jerry says, PRL with the best college football advice. No yelling or screaming. No one bragging. They were 92% correct on their picks last week. No cockiness. Just good, honest analysis. You're exactly right, Jerry. Charlie, can you hit that 49ers clip again?
Did Jerry not hear?
Just kidding. I'm kidding.
Did Jerry not hear the front end of this segment or this hour?
I mean, I didn't nail that, though.
You did.
I mean,
You did great.
Pretty much call it like it was. Speaking of that, Jerry, let's brag. Well, two of us are going to brag. One of us is going to sag. Clip Brock, Matt McCarthy, 2-0 last week. We both had Michigan losing, and boy, did they lose. We haven't even talked about that. Is that worth talking about?
Yeah, I think Texas is worth talking about.
Yeah. Are they? Oh, I put in that Heisman future today. I also put in, based off nothing I've seen recently, because if it was something I've seen recently, I might have not made this pick, but I did take Ohio State to win the championship.
That looks pretty good.
Yeah.
They have. I mean, they don't really have anything on their resume yet that would indicate that.
I don't. And boy, this is dangerous to say with what we did with Notre Dame last week, but it doesn't feel like they have any really stumbling blocks before they get there. Like they're going to get there, and they should be a top. They should get a bye.
They go to Oregon. That won't be necessarily easy. They don't have a cake schedule, and that's an interesting thing. You mentioned the Texas win because Texas's schedule is way easier than Alabama or Georgia. They've kind of vaulted to the top of the favorite in the SEC, despite the fact that Georgia's not unanimous, but consensus number one.
We talked about that, I believe, Chandler. Right? Like they play the Red River, don't say shootout, rivalry. And then Georgia back to back,
right?
And that is a sandwich. The bun on that sandwich is they're going to be double-digit favorites. It looks like in those games.
No, they won't be a double-digit favorite against Georgia.
I know those two games. Everything outside of those two games, they're going to be big-time favorites.
Okay. Yeah.
So last week we both had Michigan losing, and I had Georgia Tech losing. The writing was on the wall. That was an easy one. Syracuse winning in the Dome. Mack had NC State. That was a pretty easy pick, Mack.
Turned out to be. I thought it was really easy, but nationally, it wasn't all that big a line or anything.
Yeah, and I got stupid. I did the whole everybody's picking Tennessee and Texas.
Yeah, Tennessee coming off a very hard-fought win over Chattanooga.
Chandler put the boys out there, and
I ain't doing this for.
And he has no more boys.
They might come back at the.
I hope so.
I hope so.
He had Oregon, which man, you would have bragged about that one.
Oh my gosh!
You took a shot, didn't you?
I did because I like Boise State.
And then you took Clemson to lose to App State. How'd that go?
That did not go good at all from the get-go.
The turning point of that game was when they signed the contract.
Yeah, exactly.
Chandler, what game was over first? That one or Panther Saints on Sunday?
Panther Saints. Panther Saints.
Wow.
It was 17-0 within the first 10 minutes of the game.
Wow, I saw some of that. That did not look good.
Yeah.
Don't let him talk NFL to you. Don't answer that question.
I know.
Don't answer that.
It doesn't take an NFL person to realize that how bad the Panthers are and how bad that game was and stunk.
My finger slipped on the remote and that game came up. Whoa.
Good gracious. I'm so sorry. I apologize.
What? All right, gentlemen. We'll get our top 25 team to lose first. John, I'll start with you.
I'm going to go Kansas State to beat Arizona.
Arizona. Maybe they're just waiting for a challenge or something. I don't know if they've been sleepwalking, but they have not been impressive in their 2 wins.
Yeah.
And Kansas State, we watched a lot of that one during the pregame last week.
Yeah.
Hell of a game. That was a really fun one.
Tulane had a chance there, and now they got to go to Oklahoma. Had a chance to get a really huge win, which they've beat Kansas State before in the past, and had a chance to do it the other day, just squandered that one away. And I think Kansas State's going to take care of business against Arizona here.
All right, I'm going to go with a big underdog to lose, and that being Boston College. They're not a top 25 team. They beat Florida State. Good for them. I will take Missouri to knock off BC. Coach Mack.
Yeah, that's the easy one.
Yep.
Low-hanging fruit, BC.
All right. Chandler, who's your top 10 team to go down this week?
I'm going to go back-to-back weeks picking against the Ducks. Oregon State gets it done at home. I just, Oregon just has not been as dominant. Dylan Gabriel has not been as dominant at quarterback. Oregon State's going to be tough to beat at Oregon State. So I think they get it done against Oregon.
Mac, you respect the Pac-2 more than anyone I know.
Yes.
I got to tell you, I am out of sight, out of mind on Oregon State. What are they right now? Are
2-0.
They lost their coach
2-0
to Michigan State, right?
Yes.
They
lost their top 2 quarterbacks.
Do they have a chance in this game?
Interesting. They don't have a chance in this game, but but at the same time, it was interesting that of the 2 quarterbacks, and maybe he didn't have a choice, but they had DJU as a quarterback, but the coach Smith took the backup quarterback with him.
Charles? Is that who?
Yes.
Yeah, right. So that should have said something there.
Maybe it was a hint.
Yeah. Mac, who's your top 10 team to lose? It looks like there aren't any options, really.
No, there aren't any. I mean, just because I like jump around, I'll take Alabama.
I guess I'm going to have to go money where my mouth is because I said Alabama would have a lot of, 5 losses this year?
No, that's wrong.
I think you said 4. 4. Yeah.
That's still wrong.
That's nuts.
That is nuts. When you're talking about Alabama.
That's nuts. So I'm going to go with Matt. You know what, Sean? I'm going to give you a game this week. I'm going to go with Wisconsin to beat Alabama.
Okay.
So do a little catch up with you.
We'll both lose.
I tell you what, though, man.
Probably.
Nah, Wisconsin stinks. But, Bama did not strike fear into anybody for 3 quarters there the other night.
Yeah, it's a weird matchup with them in South Florida.
I know.
They did it last year with Nick Saban at South Florida.
They should have lost down there.
Matt, guess who's here? Do you want me to just tell you?
Yeah.
Delaney.
Oh, no way.
What's up, Delaney?
No way.
She's hanging out.
Look at her.
Yeah.
I was thinking Brett, Jared, Alex. I didn't know which one it was.
Look at Mac knowing. This is why Mac's a great guy. Knows the interns' names.
You will not see Alex here this fall.
Yeah.
So just count him off your list.
We'll just see him via video.
The only fall you'll see him doing is
on the sidelines.
Yeah, good to see Delaney. Maybe we'll catch up with her. See how she feels about the ECU season so far. Coach Mack, NASCAR playoffs, anything we need to know?
Joey Logano, I hated the race in Atlanta. It was very exciting, but we don't need another restrictor plate type race in the playoffs. But we had it. Logano won, and we're off to Watkins Glen this week.
Oh, okay. Who's our roadies we're looking for?
I don't know.
Guys.
Maybe a dark
Chase?
horse in Truex.
Okay. Martin Truex Uno.
But last week, big hits for Larson, literally and figuratively, big hits for Larson, and of course Briscoe got caught up in his mess too.
Did Larson not finish again?
Larson didn't come close to finish.
That is that's been a theme, right?
It has. He either wins or doesn't finish.
All right, Mac, enjoyed it, man. Always fun.
College football.
Appreciate you.
Love it.
We'll see you next week. We'll take a break, come back. Hour 2, the Mully Man will join us as we'll keep rolling along here. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. Back with you after this.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Did you know that GUC's utility rates are not only low in the region, but also the state? That's right. When you combine the average electric, water, wastewater, and natural gas into one bill, only people in 2 of the 15 largest cities pay less than GUC customers. Only 2. Low rates and high reliability. Working in the best interest of the community rather than shareholders. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
The best place to go before hitting the water is Pirate Waters Outfitters in Washington. This is Captain Bo Brooks, and at Pirate Waters Outfitters is the store with the clothing you need to enjoy the outdoors. Shop the best outdoor brands like Duck Camp, Marshwear, AFCO, and Foul Weather Gear by Grundon. Enhance your on-the-water fun with a turtle box speaker, a pair of Bahio sunglasses, or Smithy cast iron cookware. Pirate Water Outfitters on Market Street in downtown Washington, right next door to Breaking Bread, and also on Facebook and Instagram.
Backed by popular demand, Jimmy John's invites you to get reacquainted with a couple of summertime classics. Dig into the Caesar chicken wrap with seasoned chicken, Parmesan cheese, lettuce, tomato, and Caesar dressing. Or turn up the heat with Jimmy John's Thai chicken wrap and top it off with their fabulous new fudge chocolate brownie. Don't forget Jimmy John's loyalty app with a free sandwich after your first visit. Jimmy John's in Greenville and Wilson and online at jimmyjohns.com.
The convenience of Pitt Greenville Airport is waiting just outside your front door. Service is back, so you're connected to destinations worldwide through flights from American Airlines. Plan your next trip. Book your flights today at flypgv.com or aa.com.
Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. Book today at aa.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. Fast, convenient, and close to home, PGV has American flights perfect for your next trip. PGV, where the Pirates fly.
East Coast Grading and Utilities is your source for clearing, hauling dirt, and concrete work. East Coast Grading and Utilities handles all sewer and water issues as well.
I'm David Vaughn. Whether putting in a new subdivision or helping you with any and all of your drainage problems, I can get the job done. Call me at 531-7494.
No job is too big or too small. East Coast Grading and Utilities. Friends helping friends. 531-7494. For East Coast Grading and Utilities.
This is John Gavigan with the Gavigan Agency. Our top priority is doing what is best for our members. Whether you are buying a new vehicle, a new home, protecting your family with life insurance, or filing a claim, our agency will be there every step of the way. Our goal is to become a trusted advisor for you and your family for all of your personal and commercial insurance needs. Give us a call in Greenville at 756-1400 for a car, home, business, or life insurance quote today, and give us the opportunity to show you the benefits of doing business with someone who cares.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near the Cracker Barrel. Catch a movie on the Greenville's largest screen in the Elite Theater or take advantage of great deals such as $5.50 Ticket Tuesdays. Get your movie tickets today at gtcinemas.com. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style at Golden Ticket Cinemas. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Alrighty, back with you. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday. I want to see that new Joker movie, which comes out like next week, I think. Looks pretty dark. Lady Gaga is in that. Do you like Lady Gaga, Delaney?
Do I like Lady Gaga?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Lady Gaga.
She's got some hits. Very talented. How are you?
I'm good. Excited for this weekend for sure.
You going to the game?
Yeah, it's going to be my 22nd birthday.
Well, that is fantastic. Let me ask again. Are you going in the game?
I will. I have to.
Okay.
All my family's going to be here. So
Good.
I'll be there.
So your birthday is on Saturday?
It is.
Wow. So I guess your plan is to tailgate and have a fun day and then have a nightcap?
Yep. That's the plan. I'm excited. I'll stop by Pirate Radio for sure. I did last time. It was a good time.
Well, that is awesome. I hope you enjoy your birthday.
Yeah.
Zach, is the Boneyard going to be at capacity?
It's going to be there. Pretty sure. It's going to be close to it, if not all the way.
What's your plan for Saturday? So 4 o'clock kickoff. What time are you getting there?
That means 10 a.m. lots open. So I am there at 10 a.m. We tailgate and I leave 2 hours before the game starts. So I head up there right as the gates open when they ring that big old foghorn, boat horn, whatever it is. I walk in the stadium, sit my butt down, put out some flags, make sure we got our spots settled, get some chicken tenders, come back, and then we sit there for 2 hours, heckle some players, and get all of Pirate Nation ready.
I love it. You are too young to drink, correct?
Yes.
When is your birthday's coming up, though, right?
November, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what do you do? Just fuel up on like Mountain Dew all day or something?
Very strong Mountain Dew.
The strongest you can find.
Some chocolate milk while we're at it.
Chocolate milk. All right, just chugging chocolate milk.
Me
Good stuff.
BYU.
All right. Well, have fun out there. Delaney, happy birthday.
Thank you.
We'll sing happy birthday to you on the Bud Light pregame tailgate on Saturday.
Please do.
Yeah.
Please do.
I'll make sure you're listening. If you go by the Pirate Radio Zone, I'll have Chandler like text me or something when you're listening.
Okay.
You should always be listening, but just in case you're doing something else. No Mully, Shirley?
He is not answering his phone.
All right. Well, you know what? We could do one of two things here. The Cliff Godwin Ellerby interview goes on for a while. We could hit that. You want to do that? Are y'all prepared to do that? Or do you want to do it next segment?
I will be prepared in about...
Okay. We'll wait a minute on that. Let's do a line update. Zach, do you know the latest line on ECU App State?
What was it opened at? 2.5? To App?
Yeah, last I saw it was like 1.5, I believe.
People are betting towards us?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
It'll shift back. It is at 2.5 on ESPN.
Okay. On ESPN. Let me check DraftKings just for the S's and giggles. 2.5 is the line. Total is still going up. 60.5? They say Vegas knows. I can't just sit by and let that happen. I'm jumping in on that right now. 60.5. That is a large number for an offense or a defense as good as East Carolina's. All right, let's hit the Cliff Godwin interview. He talked to Ellerby earlier today about Inky Johnson coming to Greenville and also talk some baseball as well. Here is Ellerby and the head coach of the Pirates, Cliff Godwin.
All right, welcome in. Special guest in Studio C today, Coach Cliff Godwin. Coach, thanks for joining us. We had a big announcement this week that I'm super excited about and glad we could team up again for another Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon, this time with Inky Johnson.
Man, so fired up. I appreciate all the hard work you did, obviously, last year for John Gordon. It was a tremendous blessing for our team, but also a tremendous blessing for our community. You know, there were so many people that just got something out of that message. I think it's important anytime we can give back to the community with people like John Gordon, Inky Johnson. I mean, if you'd have told me John Gordon was coming to Greenville, North Carolina 10 years ago, I probably would have bet against it. And same thing with Inky Johnson. So super excited. And Inky is arguably the number one best motivational speaker in the entire country from his peers and people that he works with. I mean, he works with the highest level of athletic teams and even corporations.
I got to give you credit. I mean, I did last year when we brought John Gordon in. I mean, you really kind of got me on my motivational, inspirational, motivation lifestyle of reading John Gordon books when I heard that you were passing out the energy bus to all your guys. And then obviously Inky Johnson lives in that space. And I think he's one of the best in the business, and people in the business say he is the best in the business. So I think he's going to be fun. And his message of adversity, of what he's gone through is incredible, but it's kind of rechanged his purpose of what his life has been since that injury playing football.
Yeah, the video that you cut up and you had made, he's talking to Ed Milet, which Ed Milet is an unbelievable entrepreneur. He has a great podcast if you've never listened to it. But Ed Milet's worked with John Gordon. He's worked with a ton, but he says Inky Johnson is the number one most inspirational speaker he's ever heard. And he goes, if he was reading off a menu, I would listen to him, which is pretty crazy. And Inky was going to be, first round draft pick and gets injured, and it's a very severe injury. It'd been very easy for him to feel sorry for himself, and man, he is changing people's lives with his story, and there's a faith-based piece. And he even reached out to Parker Bird, 2 years ago when Parker went through his accident. So really cool, and just super excited to get him here.
Yeah, I think one of Inky's things is the purpose in life is to find purpose. And I think he's found his purpose of helping anyone that has ears that's willing to listen, and super excited. So it's going to be March 16th and 17th. He's going to come to town. We have sponsorships available that people can come and be a part of the event, where they can buy a table, and they can even come to the private dinner with the ECU baseball team. You guys play that Sunday, and Inky will speak to the baseball team after that, and then we'll have a luncheon on Monday. So just a great opportunity for folks, if they want to be a part of it, bring their team, their business, or whoever they want to go in and get a table together. You can contact us here at the station, Mark at pirateradio1250.com. So I know this is going to be a hot ticket, and super excited when March will be here before you know it, Coach.
It will be. We got a lot of work to do on the baseball field before March. But I was just thinking as you were talking, Jeremy Schumacher, who played with me, he's one of my best friends. He runs a very successful custom home building company in the Charlotte area, Acadia Homes, and he brought his top 4 people down last year to just hear John Gordon. So I mean, it doesn't have to just be Greenville, but we're definitely doing it for Eastern North Carolina and Greenville. But I mean, anybody can come attend this event.
Yeah, absolutely. Great weekend to come down, watch the Pirates play. You guys will be at home all weekend long, and then stay Sunday for the Inky Johnson dinner, and then Monday for the luncheon. So it can be a great experience no matter where you live. You can have a fun weekend. And then also, it's part of the partnership. We raise money for the ECU baseball program, which obviously NIL, the 3 letters that have been the loudest in college athletics over the last few years. We were able to have success last year with the John Gordon event, raising over $10,000 for your program, and hope to have that success again this year with the Inky Johnson visit.
Yeah, it was great, to be able to put, I think we had 20 returners on last year's team. So, everybody got $500 out of that 10 grand, which we really appreciate. But as I said yesterday at the luncheon, that's not only what we're doing it for, because, John Gordon was so impactful to our team, and specifically, Jake Hunter told the story last year where he had started out really good on the mound, and then he had a couple outings where he had a lot of thoughts going through his head. And John talked about, if your mind is cluttered at time, you're never going to perform at the highest level. And Jake and I had a conversation. He was like, God, my mind's cluttered. And then he was able to pitch good for us. So it's really impactful for our guys. And for all the NIL people out there, I'm not the one that stands up here and says, hey, you got to write the biggest checks, because we don't pay our players on top of expenses. We're just trying to cover costs with our guys. And when I met with the incoming players and their parents this summer, one of the first messages I told them was, hey, if you're looking to get rich off NIL, you should walk out the door, because you're not going to get rich off NIL at East Carolina. But if you want your son to be the best baseball player he can be the best version of himself as a human being, and win championships, and then if your talent allows you to be Trey Savage, then you'll sign for over $4 million and you can get some money in the bank account. But we're really just trying to help our guys cover expenses, because at this point we only have 11.7 scholarships to spread out over 32 players, and then you have 40 players on your team. So guys like Joey Barini and Justin Wilcoxon were walk-ons in our program, and Joey played shortstop for us the last 2 years, never received $1 of athletic scholarship, and was a good player for us. So Justin Wilcoxon got 25% scholarship in his 5th year, but they both have graduated. Joey's finishing up his degree this fall, but J-Dub got his MBA here. So really cool stories.
Yeah, and I want to talk more baseball with you in just a minute, but also this Inky Johnson event. It can financially help the program through NIL, but really what he can provide for them, as you just mentioned, the Jake Hunter story of just sometimes just recorrecting someone's mind. What you can pour in somebody other than money can be more valuable than the actual $100 or a few $100s that players could get sometimes.
Go back to Mike A. Man, you got three things: time, treasure, and talent. So to pour into people, and people are not going to remember how much money you gave them. They're going to remember how you made them feel. And I can tell you this: John Gordon speaking to our team definitely made a huge impact on our team and Greenville as a community.
Inky Johnson going to be our special guest at the Pirate Radio Leadership Luncheon coming up in March with Coach Cliff Godwin. Before we talk baseball, I wanted to get your reaction. I've been binging Inky Johnson podcasts, and I've been writing down as many quotes as possible or whatever. He has so many good ones. I just wanted to get your thoughts as a leader of East Carolina baseball. He says, character is not something we inherit. Character is something we got to wake up every single day. We got to fight for, and we got to build it.
Well, and I don't know his, specific, his entire childhood story, but I know he grew up really poor. And I think I heard a story where he actually, slept with his brother in the bed or slept on the floor. And, when the accident happened on the football field, he, in his mind, was going to change his family's course of direction financially because they were very, very poor. And he did, but he just didn't do it in the way that he thought he was going to do. And he talks about how God, redirected his course, but then his purpose had to change. And, he's doing way more things for people in life and on this platform than he would have been if he'd have been a 12-time Pro Bowler. Yeah. As Parker Bird is doing the same thing.
Yeah, absolutely. And kind of to follow up on that, another Inky Johnson quote, which your first reaction is, God is always preparing us. Has something in your life ever went wrong and ended up going right?
You just put me on the spot. I could go through a lot of different things. My dream was to play basketball at North Carolina, to be like Michael Jordan. That was what my dream was, but God had a different path for me. And if I hadn't come to play here for Coach Overton and then Coach LeClaire getting hired, I'm definitely not the head baseball coach here. And, there's been different, things that have happened in my life professionally where if they hadn't have worked out that way, I wouldn't be sitting here. So a lot of things. I definitely agree with that statement.
Yeah. And then everybody we meet is fighting a battle we know nothing about.
You got to meet people where they are. And, I can tell you this, walking through my depression and stuff, if you'd have walked into my office, you'd have thought probably I was okay. But, man, I was fighting every day, scratching and clawing just to show up for work. So definitely people have things going on in their lives that if you don't have intentional conversations with them and if you can't be vulnerable with them, they'll never tell you what they're actually going through and you can't help them.
And Inky Johnson, one of his big things, obviously, he says we're all wounded, and he has a physical wound that he can point to us to his paralyzed arm, and that's kind of the backup there. Of you don't really know what someone else is going through because we all are going through something. It could be good. It doesn't always have to be negative.
Right.
It could be that person could be going through something really good, which could help pick up somebody that's not going through something good at the time.
Well, and me going through all my stuff and really in the fall of 21, and then it goes into 22 with my knee stuff, but. I'm going to get married one day. And if you'd have told me that 2 years ago, I'd have probably bet everything I owned against that. And God can change you if you let him. And he's got to change your heart, and he definitely did that with me.
One of the best things I think Inky always says in his podcast and other things is what's the lesson, what's the blessing, and what's the growth? I think those are three things in life that you can always try to, when you're going through good, bad, or indifferent, hey, what's the lesson, what's the blessing, what's the growth?
That's awesome. I don't think I've ever heard him say that, and that's really powerful stuff. But he is amazing, and I can't wait to get him here.
Yeah, Inky Johnson coming in March, so hopefully contact us. We'll get you hooked up. Let's talk. We got you here, so we got to talk baseball. Let's talk ECU baseball. How was your summer? Obviously, a lot of changes, a lot of new faces.
Yep.
Give us just your opening remarks, I guess, of where we stand with ECU baseball right now. How are you feeling about it?
Yeah, definitely one of the most challenging summers for me personally. From the standpoint, we had to hire a new director of baseball operations. Obviously, what Blake did for our program, but also for me personally, he's a brother in my life now, and he's staying in Greenville and actually is going to work for Grover Gaming. So pretty cool stuff. And has Graham, who's about 20 months old, and his wife's pregnant again. So obviously change there. And anytime you bring in somebody new, it's new, and you got to, get those people up to speed. But new ops guy, Eddie Losner, new strength coach, Hunter Reeves, who's been awesome. So he's been with us all summer. We have a new athletic trainer. It's just not official yet. So a lot of athletic trainers at East Carolina have been helping us out and taking on a strain because we just don't have anybody to cover us. And I really appreciate those people. And then we had to hire a new academic advisor, which will start at the end of the month. And then 31 new players. And, I prayed more about the people that were coming into our organization this summer than I've ever done, because I always thought I was the one in control, but really God's in control. And of the 31 new players, man, it's been awesome. It's been a breath of fresh air. They're a fun group to be around. All of them have different stories. Some have had a lot of things going in their life that I'm glad they're here, because I think we can help them with the love and support that we'll give them. Some are young and need some growth maturity-wise, but they have worked hard. So really the 31 new players has been the easiest thing for me to navigate when I thought that was going to be the hardest thing, because the guys have, for the most part, bought into what our standards are, what our culture is. And even though we only have 16 returning guys, they've done a really good job of cultivating them into our program.
What have you learned? I know you're trying to teach them your culture, what it's like to be a Pirate and everything, but what have you learned from them or taken away from the 31 new folks coming through the doors?
Well, the biggest thing I've learned is, pray for things that you ask God for guidance in different situations. I think I've mentioned this to you before, but Ed Milet and John Gordon had a podcast, and I don't know, it was a year or two ago. And I remember Ed Milet, who I don't know how much money he's worth, but it's probably $1 billion, it's a lot of millions of dollars. But he said really his entrepreneur business took off when he started praying about the business decisions that he was actually making. And, I just try to pray throughout the day about decisions or issues that come up. And do I still have anxiety and get angry? And, I have to press pause being a leader of our organization, but I would say that's the biggest thing I learned is if you pray about it, not that he's going to always, but I just prayed about the people, not, hey, that we get Jonathan Ellerby, so to speak, this guy that throws 100, but bring the right people into our organization that will help cultivate our culture. And I really think we've done a good job of that.
How intentional are you about praying during the day when you need it?
Well, actually, my devotion this morning just kind of punched me in the face and was like, you haven't really done a good job of that past few days, but I have been better over the past couple of years of doing that. Just praying about going into a meeting and saying the right things, or saying the words that God wants me to say to our team. And when it has nothing to do with faith, as far as, what we need to work on today, stuff like that. So I have done a lot better over the past couple of years. But like I said, all of us get caught up in the, hectic life stuff and work and get busy, and then you forget about it. And then I'm like, well, no. So today I've done a good job of it.
Your coaching staff is not new faces, which is good. I mean, you have those guys to lean on. And as you approach this fall and this spring, what are things you guys are working on and talking about?
Well, the biggest message to our staff and to our team, our mission every year is we want to continue to grow on and off the field, so that stays consistent. But our motto, at least for this summer, fall semester, was win today, what's important now, because with all the stuff you guys see on social media about the changing of college athletics, it almost changes on the hour, and there's no certainty. People think they know what's going to happen, but they don't. They come out with this, hey, baseball's going to get 34 full rides, and it's going to be a roster cap. Well, there's no decisions that have been made on it. And I would tell you that no school, doesn't matter if you're Texas A&M or LSU, is going to have 34 full rides in baseball because of Title IX. And schools are just not going to spend that kind of money, and they want to hold some back for NIL because it'll be revenue sharing at those places. So there's a lot of uncertainty. So really, even though what's important to you, for you today to be successful is different than me, but what's important now, and we need to execute that, whether it be a staff member or a player.
I love the "Win the Day" motto. It's a great book by Mark Batterson. Check it out if you get a chance. But also, there's John Gordon is "Distractions are the enemy of greatness" is one of his great quotes. How do you keep everybody so focused with? Because it does seem like there is a lot of tampering, a lot of distractions of, hey, because you can win today, but as I said, win today may be an individual thing of like, hey, sometimes when you get money focused or other things, it can become a distraction and the team cannot be a team if everybody's kind of wanting to do their own thing.
Well, when you're not paying players on top of what the cost of school is, then I think there's a little bit less jealousy, for baseball in our program. Now, it's not LSU or an A&M, their guys are getting paid as some of the other schools, but I think it's easier because it's no different than Joey Berini being a walk-on versus Trey Savage being on a partial scholarship. So they're not making money on top of it. They're not going out and buying a Porsche, and parking. I mean, I think that creates jealousy when I'm driving a Ford truck and my teammate over here is driving a Porsche. Well, that creates jealousy, of course, but with our guys, I mean, we just hammer our culture all the time. I mean, look, it's in their face all the time. You become the average of the 5 people you surround yourself by. So they're surrounded by, not that everybody's perfect, but they're surrounded by a group of guys that really believe in ECU baseball, not the individual.
We're sitting here this summer. You said 31 new faces. I mean, do you think that's going to be the norm for East Carolina baseball going forward, or do you feel like?
Yeah, last year was a perfect storm. We had a bunch of older guys. Like we had a big class, but then we had to go get a few portal guys that we probably didn't bank on. But we did a really good job of that, of bringing in some talent, but also good people. With some guys leaving that we didn't think were going to leave. So I wouldn't say 31. 31's a big number. It's the biggest number by far. I mean, I think the year before it was 21. So I would say, depending on how these roster limitations come down, it's definitely not going to be 31. But it might be 20. It might be 15. It might be 12.
How are you feeling about the team, pitching, offense, defense?
I feel great, man, but we haven't even had a full team practice yet, so everybody wants to know about new guys and stuff. I'll tell you that we've got more talent on the mound depth-wise than we probably ever have had here. Now, there's not a Trey Savage running the bullpen to start on Friday night, but that doesn't mean that we can't be good because not many teams have a Trey Savage to run out there on Friday night, as you guys could see last year. I think we're very talented on the infield and in the outfield. Catching, we have some guys that are talented, but they're young, so we've got to do a good job developing those guys as well. So, but when I see guys work and they have energy, I don't worry about what the spring's going to look like because I know we got great coaches, and our coaches are unbelievably coaching baseball, but they're better at coaching human beings.
You just ran down a bunch of positives for the team. Where are the areas of improvement that you want to see between now and February?
The consistency of just showing up and executing a standard. I mean, we got to continue to develop leadership. I mean, we had Chris Howell, who's a part of our program. He's a Navy SEAL. He's not active. Nobody comes and touches our team unless I trust him with my life. That's what I tell our team. So he actually stays with me when he comes in. But just developing really some good leaders within our program. We had a lot of good leaders that left our program, so we've got to cultivate that. And, Parker Bird's emerged as being one of the best leaders, and, we're still helping Dixon navigate. But we actually have some freshmen and some transfers that have the opportunity to be good leaders, which is awesome.
What is the one thing you look for in a good leader that you want to trust for your baseball team as a player?
Consistency. Just be the same guy all the time. I think when leaders are inconsistent, then they don't know, how you're going to react to a certain situation. And I think you got to pour into people. You've got to have intentional conversations. I mean, we talk about that within our program. You can't just say, hey, man, what's up? But that's one reason we don't have cell phones in our locker room, because I want our guys to actually communicate and connect with their teammates.
You mentioned it was a stressful summer or a fun summer, if you want to. I mean, Trey Savage got drafted in the first round. That's got to be a proud moment as a coach to see his success. And of course, a lot of other guys, JC and Ryan McChrystal, other guys were able to leave the program and go play pro baseball this summer.
Yeah, I think we had 4 guys drafted in top 10 rounds, the most top 10 round draft picks that we've ever had in ECU baseball. But being able to go up to Trey's draft party. And take AK up there and just see the family and see how awesome of a night it was. But it really couldn't happen to a better human being. I mean, Trey was really good. He's super talented. But when a guy could have went to the portal, 2 summers ago and made $400,000 and he never flinched. His parents did a really good job. And then, the guy's coming off an injury, and in the most crucial moment of the season, people ask me, is that the best performance year? I said, it's not the best. It's the most guttiest, competitive performance in the biggest situation that I've ever seen any pitcher make after coming off that injury. And, he's crying on the mound when I take him out of the game. And that's one of the coolest moments of my life.
Yeah, it was certainly a awesome moment. Other awesome moments. It's fun to watch Alec Burleson, Connor Norby, even got Sean Armstrong, Jeff Hoffman, some of the guys to have the Pirates in playing professional baseball. Because the Major League Baseball, NFL, they don't really care where you play college. They just want to know if you can play, and it's really cool to see those guys performing at a high level.
Absolutely. Burley's had a great year. I hadn't looked up his stats, today, but he was leading the Cardinals in home runs and RBIs. How cool is that? Norby, being traded, and it is a business, and everybody on the surface, when he gets traded, it's like, oh, well, he'll play in the big leagues every day because the Marlins aren't very good, and they send him straight to AAA, and I'm on the phone with him that night, and he's ready to go jump off a bridge because he's going back to AAA. He went from a contender in the big leagues to AAA in a bad team, and I said, hey, man, you can feel sorry for yourself tonight, but whenever you get in your car and you drive south to Jacksonville, you better flip the switch, because if not, you're going to prove them right that you're in AAA for a reason. And they wanted him to play some third base, and 2 nights ago he hits 2 home runs. Like, how cool is that? Really fired up for all of our guys that are having a lot of success.
Well, I know the impact you have, because they always mention you whenever they're doing these interviews and stuff. Their time at East Carolina was very valuable, and what you poured into them has helped get them to the level where they're at.
Well, it takes a village, as you know. All of our coaches and our support staff just such a great job pouring into our guys. And obviously Jeff Palumbo was a huge asset for Connor Norby, for infield play and just mentality as well. So all of our coaches, that's the thing I tell people, we got the best coaching staff in the country. And then that, I'm sure people are like, well, they're your coaches. I go, well, they're super knowledgeable about baseball, but they care about the person more than they care about their individual success. And that's the cool thing for me.
People love fall baseball. Tell us real quick before we let you get out of here about open scrimmages or the Purple Gold World Series. How can people connect with you guys the next few months?
Yeah, so we'll start scrimmages the last weekend of September, and we'll scrimmage ourselves. And then the second weekend in October, I think it's the 12th of October, we'll play App State at App State, which kind of crazy. I grew up in North Carolina, and I've never been to Boone, North Carolina, and App State.
Really?
So my first time. So we're going to do that, and then on October 26th, we'll have a ring ceremony. On the 27th, we'll play Pitt Community College here at our place, and then the first weekend in November will be the Purple Gold World Series, and the Purple Gold World Series that first weekend in November.
Well, Coach, keep up the great work. I know you're going to have a busy fall, and then people will be excited about spring football. I know people are football crazed right now, but people always love your program and what you do and how you represent ECU and this community. So we appreciate you.
Well, I appreciate you and just all the support you give us. And our fans get it. Right, just keep breaking attendance records. And we've led the state of North Carolina attendance for 24 straight years. Pretty crazy, but that's because we got a great fan base.
Coach, thanks for being here today. Look forward to seeing everybody at Inky Johnson in March.
Thanks, Ellerby.
All right, there is Ellerby with ECU head baseball coach Cliff Godwin. Let's get a break in. We'll come back. More hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live with the crew. Back with you after this.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar's Fall into Beauty event is kicking off September 16th through October 4th. Beauty Bar offers the best service by their talented providers in Greenville for treatments such as Botox, Xeomin, filler, laser treatments, facial, medical grade skincare, and more. The staff will help you choose which treatments or products that best suit your needs. Visit Beauty Bar Medi-Spa on Red Banks Road and get all the up-to-date info at beautybarmedispa.com. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
The price is always right at Doug Henry of Greenville. Doug Henry of Greenville has over 300 vehicles to choose from and brand new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry is easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. This month, Doug Henry is giving away ECU football tickets. Stop in and register to win and purchase the vehicle of your dreams. Doug Henry of Greenville, right on the price, right on the corner. Go Pirates!
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
Opportunities await for all students in Pitt County schools. We open doors by finding pathways to provide the best possible chance of success for each to reach their career aspirations of choice. As we head through the 2024-25 school year, we will continue to guide our students for the different journeys of life preparedness. We are committed to enhancing academic achievement and developing personal growth through work-based learning of our many career and technical education programs, college readiness, and solutions those who will be serving our country in the armed forces. Engaging, empowering, and elevating students to be successful citizens, workers, and leaders in a global economy remains our mission. Please visit our website today at pittschools.org. That's pittschools.org to learn how we grow minds and invest in our future through 38 schools and 1 community. Education, the key that unlocks doors of opportunity.
Pirate Radio, the voice of the pirate nation. Like a cold beer on a hot summer day. Nice. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Drive a little and save a lot at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. They have a great selection of new and pre-owned vehicles, plus they offer service to all makes and models in a state-of-the-art facility. Drive a little and save a lot with a short trip to Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Highway 264 in Washington and online at WashingtonChryslerDodgeJeepRam.com. And Saturdays are for pirate traditions and beer. This season, Bud Light has a new limited edition purple and gold ECU bottle on sale now. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Please drink responsibly. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right. We don't do a lot of celebrity gossip on this show. But, I mean, Delaney's here, and Shirley like a little gossip.
I love celebrity gossip now.
Man, one of my my rock idols is in the news. Dave Grohl.
Ooh, what did Dave do?
Front man for the Foo Fighters. The what, Chandler? The Foo Fighters.
Foo Fighters.
Also, former drummer of Nirvana.
I guess, first of all, is this real?
I hope it Well, I don't know.
So.
I hope so.
Let me make sure. It looks like it's coming from his.
Oh no.
His whatever. What is that? Instagram or
no.
whatever that app is.
That's Instagram.
All right. Apparently, this is real. It says, I've recently become the father of a new baby daughter.
What?
That's awesome.
Get this.
Born outside of my marriage.
Ooh.
I plan to be a loving and supportive parent to her. I love my wife and my children. I'm doing everything I can to regain their trust and earn their forgiveness. We're grateful for your consideration toward all children involved as we move forward together. Dave.
Oh, it's on TMZ too.
Yeah.
He keeps the identity of the woman he had the child with under wraps. He's deactivated the comments under the post. He's been married since 2003, and they have 3 daughters.
Well, my buddy Sam said, so this is what he meant when he said, I got another confession to make.
Oh, that's good. That's good. I'm not even going to
true.
give you a rim shot. I'm just going to say that's good.
Good one, Sam.
Good one.
All right, there's your celebrity gossip of the day. Anything else?
Any thoughts, guys? Delaney, thoughts?
Delaney seems shocked.
I am shocked.
She's in shock.
Nothing shocks me anymore.
Even
there goes your hero.
Exactly. There he went.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I remember having this discussion in the past, like when like a Bill Cosby story would come out or something. God, for me, it was Deshaun Watson, who I was like, man, this guy's such a great dude. Charity work and all this. But, like, who would it shock you if it came out with, like, allegations like this or abusing women? Or
Luke Kuechly.
Yeah, I mean, that's a good
Because he's a
example.
nice guy, humble guy.
Does it have to be a sports figure?
No.
I was going to say Tom Hanks.
Yeah, that's a good answer.
Because you'd never expect that from him.
Jack Black.
Jack Black.
I agree.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
O.J. Simpson.
All right.
All right, that's a little much.
He was in The Naked Gun. He was a good...
Shut up! And he's also dead.
Oh, no.
Honestly, I forgot he was dead.
He's also dead. D-E-A-D.
O.J.
dead.
Simpson, dead.
D-E-D.
Re-breaking news. O.J. Simpson is dead.
Redbeard says, well, I guess this is a monkey wrench. I would have worded that. I don't know. This throws a monkey wrench into the marriage or something. I don't know.
I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
What you got?
Huh?
She just doesn't want to do this.
No, Clip sent me a contact card that I am.
Oh, this is funny. So Shirley, Greg Hudson said, Shirley, you want to go to some UConn's women's basketball games? Just let me know. I got you covered. And Shirley was like, awesome. The only thing is, Shirley is terrified of Greg Hudson, which, okay, I would understand for a while, but now he like comes here every week. He's friendly. He's nice.
Yeah, but it's a little bit of PTSD there.
Okay, fair enough.
That's just a little bit of PTSD.
So I become the middleman, Sean. Shirley will text me, and I have to text that to Greg Hudson. So today, Shirley sends me...
Yesterday. I sent the text to you yesterday. Yeah.
I just remembered it today. Oops. So I sent the text. I get a reply from Greg Hudson that states, give her my cell and to never hesitate to get a hold of me or she's not going.
Oh.
So now I have no choice.
Now
but
the ball's in your court. Middleman done.
Back when Coach Hud was coaching here, was there something that like gave you PTSD, or he just scared you?
He was a bald guy with the.
He was a scary dude
with a goatee that rode a motorcycle. That was a defensive coordinator.
Yeah,
he was just
yelled.
a complete badass.
Yeah. And you also got to keep in mind too. Back in those days when I used to go to the press conferences to get audio for the show and everything, I never talked to the coaches. I mean, my job was because we used to do the press conferences inside the Murphy Center. And my job was to get the audio and go back to the studio. That was my job. But in one particular case, and we've talked about this before, when Jeff Charles was celebrating his 25th anniversary of being the voice of the Pirates, I was tasked with the job of going around and getting audio cuts from the different coaches congratulating him. And Coach Hud was one that was assigned to me. And I had never spoken to Coach Hud directly. And, so here's this guy who, has come into the studio, quite a few times. I've seen, how he, coaches and how he talks to the guys and stuff like that. I've seen him when he's happy. I've seen him when he's not so happy. So I was petrified to talk to him. I mean, he was very nice and he was very gracious and did what I asked him to do. But it just, for whatever reason, there's very few people that just flat out intimidate me by their mere presence, and he just happened to be one of them.
Look, we get a softer, kindler, older Grandpa Hood, but I mean, you could see he's still a little intimidating, right?
Oh, for sure.
Just imagine him in his prime.
You're talking about
what
the
did
same
Scotty
guy.
Robinson call him? What was it?
Hot Head Hood or something like
it was
that?
Hot Rod Hood or
Stud. Hud the Stud.
Hud the Stud.
Hud
yeah.
the Stud in his
Hud the
prime.
Stud.
Yeah.
And I mean, he also talked about the story of launching the sheet cake in the defensive room or in the film room.
Basically, just screwing with guys.
Yeah,
just
he
to
would.
piss them
Yeah,
off.
but the thing is that if you had just heard that story and didn't know what the context was, you'd be terrified too.
I'd walk up and he'd say, "What's up, Smokey?"
Yeah.
Like
he would talk to Clip all the time, but I just,
he intimidated me.
I was the type of person that I was there to do a job and, get back here and do what I was supposed to do. And I didn't have time to just chit chat.
The one picture that scares me about Coach Hud is the one where he's like yelling and screaming.
And there's like two guys holding him back.
Yeah, no, and Brett Hitman's in the background.
Oh, we're talking about a different one.
Nah.
When he was at Purdue or somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
He's screaming and guys are holding him back.
So now, in order to get the tickets,
it's on you now. You got to
him.
face your fears. It's like Fear Factor. You have to go in the snake pit, Shirley.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Delaney, are you more anxious, nervous when you're driving through a tunnel or driving on a bridge?
Bridge.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, interesting.
Is there any particular reason why?
So my older sister has an insane fear of bridges, and so growing up, she would be just freaking out all the time in the car, and it kind of...
Which made you freak out.
Yeah.
And I explained to you guys, I didn't say this on the air, why I'm terrified of a bridge. Specifically one bridge in Virginia, the James River Bridge is the big tall one, because when I was a kid, my mom and my dad got into an argument while we were driving across the bridge. And longtime listeners know that both my parents were deaf. So when they argue, guess what they use? Their hands. Guess what's not on the steering wheel? Their hands. So the car nearly veered off the bridge.
God.
And so, yeah.
That's
so,
when you say, "Shut up, Mom and Dad."
Oh, yeah. Car. Okay, first of all, Chandler, you don't tell my mama to shut up.
Oh, I know. I've heard stories.
Yes. So, but anyway, so that's the reason why when I was presented with that question. Otherwise, I would probably say tunnel because I am a little claustrophobic.
I'm definitely tunnel.
I've gone through a tunnel through the mountain. And then on Saturday, me and Jenny, for the first time, I don't know about her, but for me, I've never gone through a tunnel underwater.
The Chesapeake Bay one?
Yeah. That kind of freaked me out.
I mean, I'll speed through there. I mean, you're not going to catch me dawdling in there, but if I were to pick between the two, it would definitely be the bridge.
Dave Grohl announces he has had a child out of wedlock. Eric says, smells like child support.
Oh.
Dave Grohl, of course, a member of Nirvana before forming the Foo Fighters.
That was definitely not a heart-shaped box.
That could mean a lot of things, Shirley.
I know.
Brad says a joke I'm not going to say on the air, but I laughed at it off the air, Brad. So good for you. Levi says, do we have an update on Bond? Was Bond at practice, John?
I actually did not go to practice today. So I have no idea.
Hey, Levi, I got an update on Chandler. He was not at practice today.
Dude. I was out.
Latest update on Bond from Coach Rodney Freeman was that he wanted to go back in the game on Saturday. So all I can tell you is it doesn't appear to be as serious as it could be, or as we maybe once thought.
When I saw the non-contact on the sideline the other night, I was like, oh no. But I kept looking at the sidelines to see if I could see him on the sideline, and two, if he had his pads on. He still kept his pads on throughout the game, but there was a time where he pulled a Cam Newton and put the towel over his head. So I was like, hope he's all right.
Jamie says Coach Hud is the teddy bear that will tear you apart limb from limb. Austin says Coach Hudson and I are the only two people that strike fear into Shirley.
Wait, who said that?
Who do you think?
Austin?
Yes.
Yeah, no.
Brad says, geez, what a story, Shirley. Jamie says Shirley needs to sell those rights to a show or like a movie.
For what?
Like his parents like arguing on a bridge and the car goes over the bridge.
Oh.
And what if they survive and the kid doesn't and they have survivor's guilt?
Well, see, here's my thought process on this. If you're going to, especially that particular bridge, it's got a pretty high peak. If you go off the bridge, you got a long way down before you hit that water, which means that's a long way to be screaming and thinking.
Screaming and thinking.
Now, if you're going under a tunnel and said tunnel springs a leak, it's going to be pretty quick.
Yeah, I guess so.
See? See? People tell me all the time that I just have a demented brain. No, this is my thought process.
I feel like I got a much better chance of survival going into water than water coming into where I'm at.
Not at that height. You're hitting the water. It's going to be like concrete.
I know.
I'm just saying that, if it's going to be if it's going to be my time, make it quick. Don't make me think about it, and don't make me scream for longer than 30 seconds.
If you're in the middle of a tunnel, all right, we need to take a break.
Yep.
I'll come back.
So much that we could break down here.
Zach, you're good with computer stuff. Can you make us like like in murder trials, they like recreate the murder. Could you make us like a computer graphic of us in a tunnel versus us going on a bridge and our survival chances? Do you have the technology to do that?
What is that technology that ESPN used to use all the time? Sports science or something?
Science. We need that guy.
Sports science.
Yeah,
John
that's what we need.
Something. Yeah.
I remember sports science.
Did we ask you, Zach? Bridge or tunnel? What's more terrifying?
No, I saw the whole conversation. Tunnels are way scarier.
Yeah, 100%. We'll take a break, come back, wrap up hour 2 after this. The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kid Scene.
Y'all come get fucked up.
Did you know that GUC's electric rates are the lowest in Pitt County? GUC's average residential electric bill using 1,000 kilowatt hours per month with load management is $21 lower than the investor-owned utilities and $34 lower than the local co-ops. In fact, GUC's average electric bills are still $10 lower than they were 10 years ago. Low rates with high reliability. That's the value of public utilities. That's the value of GUC.
You want a sub freshly sliced to order? You go to Jersey Mike's. You want the perfect radio idea? You go to me. Like this. I'm a lone ninja warrior. By night, I glide unseen across the rooftops, watching my enemies from the shadows. By day, I go to Jersey Mike's, watching someone freshly slice my sub. My blade is called Shadow. His blade is a Berserba brand meat slicer. Clearly, I have much to learn about this land. freshly sliced just for you. Jersey Mike's, a sub above.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
Hi, I'm Walker Allen Volova, and I'm with CopyPro. CopyPro has been locally owned and operated here in Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. CopyPro is the leader in office technology. Does your business struggle with keeping printing costs low or producing professional documents? Here at CopyPro, total satisfaction is our #1 priority. We have a variety of solutions to help reduce your printing expenses and make your business more productive. Call us today at 1-800-682-6558 or online at copypro.net. CopyPro, we are the professional office systems people.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to AnsonBelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30-plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. AnsonBelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailers Show.
There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
It's hot outside, but you won't break a sweat using ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate for your next home sale or purchase. Our experienced agents help you stay cool while navigating the home buying or selling process. Uncover your next treasure today by visiting ENCPirateRealty.com. And remember, at ENC Pirate Realty Allen Tate, we close the deal or someone walks the plank. Go Pirates.
Pirate Radio.
Mr. Gibbs, Captain, you may throw my hat if you like. Aye, aye, Captain. Hooray! Now go and get it.
The voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Have you always dreamed of having your own backyard oasis? Elite Pools in Greenville can make that dream a reality. The professionals at Elite Pools are experts in fiberglass and gunite pool installation and renovation, and their goal is to deliver the highest quality at an affordable price. Visit the Elite Pools showroom in Greenville across from Agri Supply, or visit their website at ElitePoolsNC.com. Transform your backyard into a destination with Elite Pools, or give them a call at 252-689-6557. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player scoring a touchdown. If you're ready to do a touchdown dance of your own, score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at NFL.com/terms. Cameron wants a sports science for Alex Harper's dive on Saturday. I would love a full breakdown of that, Cameron. Good call. Did you see that, Zach? Ask Zach if he saw that. Are you okay?
He's trying to solve an issue.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay.
No, we're good.
No, okay. You look
sports science on?
You look very concerned over there. I'm a little worried.
People, man.
I know. People are the worst.
Honestly.
Hate them. Can't stand them. No, you're good. You're good.
Now, his
You're
dive out of bounds, I heard that.
Yeah. I just asked, have you seen it?
Yeah.
All right, we can move on.
I noticed it live, and I thought it was Jake doing it. I didn't realize they both did it.
Yeah, Jake did it first, and then Alex was like, you think that's cool? Watch this.
I think I was yelling at my TV at that moment, so I was not too focused.
That was a joke.
Yeah.
But it'll be cleaned up, and it won't happen again. Robert says you could get trapped in an air pocket for days in a tunnel. Okay, nerd. Cool.
But if it's an air pocket, you would not survive for those days because you would run out of air.
You hear that, Robert?
Oxygen.
It'd be all CO2.
You just got out-nerded, buddy. We got the ultimate nerd here. So, Robert, my thing is this. Like Zach said, you ain't surviving in that air pocket. How about this? I go off a bridge. Somehow my window's down. I get out of my window. I do a perfect triple axel dive, Olympic dive into the water, come out clean. I look up at the bridge. People are holding up 10 signs, 10 scores.
Yeah,
the
that's
fire
not going to
department's
happen.
standing up there. Fire department's holding up tins.
Oh, no, we got to save this man. And then they see me go in. No splash at all. Like, very little splash.
Again, the sports science proves that's not going to happen.
Where are those results, Shirley?
Those results are if you've ever gone like water skiing or riding in the back of a boat and you're going at a certain rate of speed and you fall off and you hit the water, guess what that feels like? Now amplify that if you fall off a bridge.
I went water skiing once when I was a kid. I immediately went, I fell off. But I forgot to let go.
You pulled a John Candy.
So I was like, oh my God, when does this stop? Oh yeah, it stops when I let go. I had a terrible experience and never did that again.
Delaney has multiple concussions.
Delaney's shocked because she is a water sports legend. What did you do? Wakeboarding?
Yeah, I did What? Don't. Okay. Yeah, I did wakeboarding.
Right.
Feisty.
Yeah, so Delaney, you can imagine I was probably not a good skier, right?
Well, that sounds pretty rough.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie.
But that's pretty dumb too, right? To just
The number one rule.
Nobody told me.
How?
I don't know.
Okay, well that's the people you were going with.
Exactly.
Not yours.
Let go of the rope, the handle, whatever.
The amount of times I've heard people yell that is insane.
Wow. See, I was not trained properly. If you'd have trained me, who knows? Yeah. Hey, new Pirate Radio segment. Delaney trains me to be an Olympic wakeboarder.
She was also forced into retirement because of concussions.
That is true. She told us about that.
So I don't know if she's the best trainee on that.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Do you do any waters? Like, do you do anything now?
I wake surf still because that's not as bad. You're just standing there. But I really miss wakeboarding a lot. It's a lot of fun.
Cameron says wakeboarding is the superior water sport.
Yes, it is.
All right. We need to take a break because now Jamie's talking about suicide in the chat.
Oh, no. Jamie.
People jumping off the Golden Gate Bridge. Boy, didn't mean to take the show there, folks. Hey, Lil Nugget's here. Lil Nugget checking in. He's going to be watching the game and calling from Ocracoke on Saturday. That's interesting. Delaney, expert wakeboarder. Cameron says Zach is the king of whitewater rafting.
It's true.
We got some waterfowl in here, some water creatures.
I can't fly.
You should see me when my car goes off a bridge. It's like I'm flying.
Oh my God.
Shirley, what about this? I go off the bridge. I get out my window. But instead of going down, I go up. I start flapping my arms and I fly off into the sunset. You ever thought of that, huh? Sports science that.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal: to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
At United Bank, banking means more than financial solutions. It means rallying around the causes that are important to our customers, employees, and communities. While we have grown in size and presence, we have never forgotten our roots. By giving back to our local communities and funding business development, we help fuel economic growth. Our success is your success, because to us, this is home. Go Pirates! Bankwithunited.com, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
North Carolina State Parks has activated the North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan. With over 40 parks to visit in the state, we want to hear from you. Selected residents may receive a North Carolina Outdoor Recreation Plan survey through the United States Postal Service. Please take the time to complete the survey to help outdoor recreation from the mountains to the sea. For more information, visit ncparks.gov/outdoors.
Switching is easy. We do it all the time. We switch on the lights. We switch TV channels. Some of us switch partners while square dancing. Well, that's a stretch. But what's not a stretch is how you can switch and save with State Farm. In fact, this is State Farm agent Timothy Sawyer right here in Greenville. We can switch your auto and home insurance so you can start saving today. My team and I are ready to welcome you to the State Farm neighborhood. With Timothy Sawyer State Farm, it's easy to switch and save. Just give us a call, 493-0002. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Rhonda from Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Fall weather is coming and we're ready for some Pirate football. Russell's has a long history of dressing Pirate fans, both men and women. For the men, we offer both logoed and non-logoed from Peter Millar, Johnny O, and Smathers and Branson. Our ladies love Tyler Bowe, Emily McCarthy, and Never a Wallflower for game day. Join us in wishing the Pirates a healthy and successful season. And remember, for all your game day needs, shop Russell's in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
The Holistic Company in downtown Greenville is a family-owned and operated business offering hemp-derived products such as tinctures, topicals, raw flour, skincare products, and more. They even have a drink menu including infused mocktails and frozen lemonade with a variety of flavors to choose from. At the Holistic Company, they pride themselves in offering true education about the hemp plant and its abundant benefits. So stop by 501 Evans Street, just a few doors down from Pirate Radio, to get informed and try the array of products today.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of programs ranging from conventional, government, and portfolio loans. The Integrity Home Mortgage team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir offers over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve. Call them today at 252-714-2076. Integrity Home Mortgage, Pirates supporting Pirates. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, back with you. Pirate Radio Live. We've got Shirley, Zach Attack, Delaney, Chon, and to my left, former ECU tight end.
I saw the light, I was baptized by the fire in your touch and the flame in your eyes. I'm born to love again, I'm a brand new man.
Bryce Williams here. Hey, Bryce.
What's up, Bryce?
Hey, y'all.
What's up, B-Dub?
2-0.
2-0.
How about them Pirates?
Thank goodness. We'll say that. Thank goodness.
Can I read some of your texts from Saturday?
Thank goodness.
Yep. Sure.
First of all, I didn't understand your first one.
Oh, yeah. What else? Oh, yeah.
You said, so 623, you said, game zone, game zone.
So,
what is that?
There's a movie. Have you ever seen the movie Saving Silverman?
Wow. I think a long time ago, but I don't remember any of it.
I think it's when Jack Black and whoever that actor is, like, they're watching whatever game was, and he goes, game's on, and, like, jumps in his thing and goes, hey, I'll have to just Google it.
Sorry I didn't get the reference, but I wish I would have.
I know, but that's what that was from. Once you see it and hear it, you'll be able to put that tone into what I sent you, and I think it's funny.
I'll just I did read, you did say O-line was struggling.
Yeah.
We'll hit on that in a moment.
Yep.
I did say this. I can't remember if it was on or off there. Might have been off. But you said Garcia is throwing it up like it's NFL Street. Glenn and I got a big laugh out of that because I didn't know you were would even know what NFL Street is. But 2-0 despite 7 picks in 2 weeks.
Right. I mean, hey, the big picture is we're 2-0. That's great. Great start. Definitely not complaining about that. But the turnovers, that's not competitive football by any means. And we keep that up. I'm assuming if we keep that up any longer, I'm sure there'll be a change anyways. But you do that Saturday.
Right.
Because obviously our opponents are progressively getting, I would say, more talented.
Yeah.
So you do that Saturday, I'm going to be positive that it, not saying it won't have an outcome of a win, but your
chances of winning go
are
down.
getting real slim. So let's hope that is nipped in the bud, and I don't want to say he's not locking in, but my goodness, you gotta. He's not a freshman. I mean, come on. This isn't your first time playing college football. This isn't your first game. So I'm definitely hoping for better from because I mean I've definitely trust our offensive scheme without a doubt.
Okay.
I love number 17.
Anthony Smith.
As of right now, from what I've seen, he seems to be the most. Oh my gosh, what's the word?
Trusted,
skilled, consistent, reliable receiver. After watching 2 games, so that is, it's fun watching him and knowing we have that guy who's probably going to be that guy as of right now. So I feel good about that. Obviously, with Rodgers' big runs, it's great.
Yeah.
It was nice to see him put on the afterburners. It looked good. So that's exciting. But man, we got to take care of that football, and I'm sure he's heard that multiple times already. I don't know. It's like, so, I mean, I'm just hypotheticals just because it's fun to talk about it.
Yeah.
Garcia comes out and, throws a pick. Okay, do you let that one slide? Until when's there, okay, we might need to give the, Caden? Yeah?
Caden Hauser.
Give him a shot. But.
Okay, well, we did these hypotheticals, Bryce. Garcia throws a pick in the first quarter. Right before halftime, he throws his second interception. Oh no! But we're up 13-10.
We haven't even doing no passing touchdowns. It's all been rushing touchdowns.
No, he's got a passing touchdown too. I'm doing a hypothetical here.
This is hypothetical.
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm saying, like, do you take them out if we're winning the game? It's tricky, though, right?
It is tricky. I would probably say no.
I would, too, I think.
I would say no, but...
The problem is you're going to wait too long, and it's going to bite you in the butt.
It could, most definitely.
Or... they'll just keep winning somehow.
Right. I mean, well, thank goodness
turnovers.
the defense, because obviously ODU had some turnovers and or defense was holding them. So thank you, defense, for that, because you put that situation in or those stats offensively and with another game later in the season, I don't know.
I wish I knew who and where to find this. I believe, Sean, does this sound right? I believe I saw a tweet where Old Dominion had the ball like in our territory a bunch of times, and just came away with nothing.
Oh yeah,
like the defense would just bow up.
There were several times, and I can't believe I asked myself this because this defense is so good under Blake Harrell. But there were so many times I said, "Is this where the defense breaks? Is this where they can't help the offense because they've helped them so many times? And they're bending and they're bending and they're bending.
Yeah.
Do they break here?" And they're, as you saw, they kept bending and making plays and getting the ball back. In fact, in the film study, in the film study today with Holton Ahlers, he showed there was a pick.
Oh, I wanted to bring that up.
There
Bryce.
was a pick at 3:24 in the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
The defense got the ball back with like 3 minutes. There was only like 24 seconds come off the clock, and the defense had the ball back.
Wow.
Films breakdown by Holton Ahlers at Holt Ahlers Show. This will be right up your speed, Bryce. He's given terminology that I don't know what it is, but helping us see why things are happening on the field. And I love, and it's so easy as a fan to say that guy's wide open, and you see the guy wide open, but you also see why the quarterback maybe didn't see it or needs to see it or things like that. So this is a really neat feature that Holton's doing now, breaking down some plays.
Yeah, most definitely. I think that, and obviously that's just a different aspect to bring fans into understanding the game of football and all certain things that can happen with that. I'd be curious to on the break or something, maybe watch that one.
Yeah. I like how he shows the reads. Like, this is read 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4.
Yeah, most definitely, that's an awesome thing.
I'm assuming Justin Hardy was always 1, and Bryce would be somewhere between 2 and 4 or 5.
But yeah, hopefully, goodness, things... Because this is, obviously every game's big, but, we got at home. I could imagine it's going to be a huge crowd.
They've whipped us twice in a row. This whole new offense thing. I'd love to see it just unfold and just boom, and like we just fired on it. Because we were playing quick, which was great. I was definitely enjoying seeing that. But then you throw 4 picks and Well, we almost hit a Lincoln Riley milestone the other day. What'd they run, Chandler? 90?
93?
They were in the
89?
90s.
Yeah.
I saw 90s, I believe. Someplace.
It had to be up there.
Yeah.
I kind of was disappointed in the lack of tight end production the other day because we saw a lot of it in the first game. And maybe, ODU saw that in the film where East Carolina was playing Norfolk State and wanted to limit that because, I think we do have talent with Casey Kelly, Tyler Savage.
Yeah.
Kelly did have 4 catches for 24 yards, but I think get those guys into play on Saturday and but hey, we're still distributing the football a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 different Pirates catching passes the other day.
Yeah, that's awesome. When we can spread the ball around like that, it just helps the offense, in general. I'm definitely ready to see, see what happens with the tight ends, this week. Obviously Norfolk State had a lot of time production. We had look who we were playing. So there's just
everybody got theirs.
Everybody got So I think it'll come. It's just a matter of certain schemes and I guess maybe the quarterback getting comfortable with certain receivers or like I say, we can't have it all the time. As much I'd love to see the tight ends getting the ball most of the time over the receivers, but I still feel good about it. I think with this offense, they'll get utilized, and who knows what he's got up his sleeve.
James said he reduced his interceptions by 25% from week 1 to week 2. I think that's backwards, right? He went 3, then 4.
Yeah, we reduced turnovers.
Yeah.
But they were all interceptions this time. Also, we had, talking about the ODU going into our half and then not doing anything, they had 5 punts inside the ECU territory.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Wow, dang, yeah.
Cameron says Garcia doesn't make it past the second read. It's 1-2, then throw to the other team. Cameron's in his bag. Whenever Cameron can trash an ECU quarterback, like that's when he's living his best life. So he's feeling himself right now. Grant says, is there an update on Bond? I don't have anything today because we know Mike Houston today, but we'll hear from Mike Houston, John David Baker coming up on Wednesday, and we'll certainly be asking them an update on Javius Bond. Did you hear what Garcia said after the game?
I did not, unfortunately.
Let's Shirley, do we still have that Jake Garcia from after Saturday's game? Do you still have that loaded? I want to hear a little bit of that just to play it for Bryce because he knows. I mean, he gets it. He says the right things. Can he make it practical and do it on the field? But here's Jake Garcia after Saturday's win.
A victory is a victory, and I'm so proud of the guys, man. At the end of the day, I'm so proud of this team. The defense, I think all 3 phases we did really well. But the defense really came through. Our offensive line, we were getting pushed up front and running the ball really well. Our backs capitalized on that, and our receivers made plays as well. So, I'm really happy and proud of this team, and it feels great to be 2-0.
You know, what did you see of some of the interceptions? I know a variety of things, and they're a tough defense, but what did you see of some of those?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough, man. There's times where I just got to throw the ball away. And that comes, there has to be some accountability to this, right? And I'm taking full accountability for it. And at the end of the day, it's all on me, right? And I'm the one that has the ball in my hands. So if it's not there, be mature enough to throw that ball away, right? Check it down, throw it away, live to play another down, and just handle it like that. So, I just had to do a better job of that. And but my defense did a great job picking me up, and so did the rest of the offense as well, coming out and just trying to pick me up on the sideline and making sure that I'm in a good headspace and just keeping about the next play, right? So.
All right, check down, throw it away.
Right. He knows what he's got to do.
Just sometimes in the moment you freak out.
Right. You're right. It's just a matter of, I think that's what it could be. Just you get rushing, and because I'm not sure what his past playing history was. How most went. Did he play last season?
This is his first action in 2 years, and his off the top of my head, I want to say it was like a 7-3 touchdown. I could look it up. 7-3 touchdown interception.
So
like that.
Hopefully he's got the jitters out after 2 games. Certainly. And hopefully they are, but knowing that it's good he knows what he should do. Now just time to just put that into action.
Well, we all know right from wrong, but sometimes we still test it a little bit.
Well, Jamie comments here and says checkdowns are fine, especially in an RPO scheme. Let your athletes get yards. And I can't remember if it was after the game or on Monday at his weekly press conference. Mike Houston said Jake Garcia is a quarterback that wants to make the explosive play every single time he drops back to pass.
Right.
And they're trying to get him to know, hey, sometimes the check down's fine.
It's okay.
You don't have to go deep every time. You don't have to make that big time play. And sometimes it gets to his head where he has to go and make that big time play. And he makes a mistake. So it's great to have a guy like that because we didn't have a guy like that last year.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to just sit back and make the smart play, and sometimes that is to check down or just throw the ball away.
Most definitely. Know when to take your shot. Like I said, it's like knowing that we have a guy who's willing to take that risk, but maybe when it's necessary, and just to keep the chains moving, do your check downs, and not throw the ball away.
The one that killed me was first and goal, throwing in double coverage.
Oh gosh, yeah. Oh yeah, that was the right side of the.
Yes.
That was bad.
That one got me.
I may have texted you after that one because I was like, "You got to be kidding me."
First and goal. That had no chance.
Double.
And see, on that play, if you're going to throw it that way, you got to throw it to where only the receiver, and I think in this case, Anthony Smith was the guy. You got to throw it to where only he can make the play, and that's in the back of the end zone.
Yeah.
And he underthrew it way too much.
Yeah.
And it's
he
like I
could
think
have made a perfect throw, and it would not have been completed on that particular pass. That's what made me upset.
Yeah.
There's 2 guys all over him. There's almost nowhere you can put that ball in that scenario.
I think Smith had the number there. I think he was in front. It was just the ball was well underthrown. And it's like you said, if one guy doesn't make the pick, the other guy's going to make the pick.
I don't even care about the throw. The decision pissed me off, Chandler. And you're pissing me off right now.
I apologize.
Jake Garcia last played in 2022, 7-4 touchdown ratio coming into this year. Bryce, this is interesting. I'm looking at this year's stats, and boy, that's a funny looking number, isn't it? It's a 7, but just the way it looks different than all them other numbers, right? So bold indicates player leads conference. Well, that's bolded. Italics indicates player leads Division I football. Bold and italicized 7 for interceptions.
Oh God,
that's tough, Jeff. That's tough.
Ooh, hey, he's got. I'm assuming he's got another week to sort of make up for those. I sure hope so.
Zach, when you're playing college football on Xbox and you have a 2 or 3 pick game, do you try to like cherry pick passing touchdowns to make your ratio better, like to try to even it out some?
Oh, like to try to make my player look better.
Yeah, because you have a 3 interception game and all rushing touchdowns. I'm like, crap, I got some making up to do. I got to get some passing touchdowns here.
If I have a player like week 5 enter the Heisman list, if it's my running back, I'm running a ground and pound offense for the rest of the year to ensure he wins the Heisman.
You're all about the individual awards.
Oh, yeah.
And not team success.
No.
Kids these days, Bryce. Let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll have more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday with Bryce Williams. Got our Fleet Feet rundown. Pirate Radio Outdoors. I saw the words deer jerky in the chat, so I'll talk to Bryce about that. More to go. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday after this.
What's up, Pirate Nation? Are you guys ready for some ECU football? Because we are here at Washington Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram. And to kick this season off, we're doing 90 days till first payment on all Chrysler Dodge Jeep Rams. Also, up to $9,500 off new 2024 Jeep Grand Cherokee 2-row and up to $7,000 off the 24 model Jeep Grand Cherokee 3rd row. Don't forget to check out our huge selection of affordable used vehicles starting from $699 and up. Remember, drive a little, save a lot. Go Pirates.
Are you ready for football? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
Are you ready, Pirate fans? Free Boot Friday is back. Downtown Greenville Partnership invites you to Free Boot Friday, the official pep rally for ECU football. Join fans for live music from great local bands, food trucks, beer garden, family activities, and so much more. The Free Boot Fun takes place from 5:30 to 8:30 p.m. each Friday before ECU home football games at 5 Points Plaza. Visit downtowngreenville.com for more information, and as always, go Pirates.
This is a public notice, only at Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Every single item must be sold at pennies on the dollar, up to 75% off mattresses, furniture, wall to wall, only at Discount Mattress and Furniture. All wood chest, $99. Computer desk, $99. Nightstands, $49. Dinette sets, table and 4 chairs, $199. Chairs, end tables, coffee tables, $20. Bedroom suits, living room suits, up to 75% off. Regular mattresses sets, regular $500. Today, $200. Pay our cash, check, and credit card. Second chance credit, no credit, new credit, bad credit. 9 days, same as cash. Bring your truck and trailers to save even more. U-Haul trucks will be on location for pickup of merchandise absolutely free. Public notice, Discount Mattress and Furniture, 1501 Evans Street in Greenville. Hurry, when it's gone, it's gone. Winning is not everything, it's the only thing.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919 829-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
It's bow time. Some classics never go out of style, like fresh egg, American cheese, and hickory smoked bacon on a made-from-scratch biscuit. But why stop there? Pair it with crispy bow rounds and a hot coffee or medium drink. Your morning deserves a breakfast that has it all, from the fluffy egg and crispy bacon to the melted cheese and, of course, a legendary Bojangles biscuit. That's the ultimate breakfast combo. Order in the app or at Bojangles. It's bow time.
Hey folks, Coach Steve Logan here, asking you to support the life-saving mission of the Atlantic Beach King Mackerel Tournament this October. This event helps raise needed funds for the fire department's purchase of life-saving gear that could save someone you love.
Join Bojangles, Window World, Flatlands Jessup Insurance, and Linda Wright Real Estate
as we raise money to save lives. Sign up for the Atlantic Beach King Mackerel Tournament or simply make your life-saving donation at WeFishForLife.com.
Hey, this is John Gordon, author of The Energy Bus, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. The technicians at New Blues stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is ready to help with any electrical, plumbing, and HVAC needs. New Blue also now specializes in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. Contact them today at callnublue.com. New Blue Service Group, redefining service excellence. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates. In Eastern North Carolina, they're open 7 days a week. And they have something going on every night of the week. Of course, live music on the weekends. Ladies, you get in free all weekend long. Friday is the Eli Craig Band, and on Saturday is the R.T. Johnson Band. And they have all the fun for your Sunday Fun Day covered as well. Kick off the day at the Buck on the Sundays with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss a game. And they do a weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Last night I had Debo. Didn't work out because Bryce Hall was the first player to get into the end zone last night. For the Jets, Niners win the game. Ready to do your touchdown dance of your own? Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers. You get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get a month of NFL Plus Premium only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus, North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at NFL.com/terms. All right, now y'all go.
Offensive line, Bryce.
O-line.
Your thoughts?
Wasn't very pleased with it. And that sort of brings to, obviously, the O-line is supposed to protect the quarterback. Let the quarterback have time to make the decisions, go through the reads. So that could obviously be an aiding factor to the poor decisions and rushed decisions, I guess you could say, of Garcia's interceptions, because it seemed like he was getting pressured quite a bit. So hopefully they lock in this week and allow for him to go through his reads and not have him to scramble or rush too much.
I thought there were, when did we do this? Was it Saturday after the game or yesterday? But just kind of giving one take on what we want to see different from the offense or better, improved. I feel like Rajay hit a couple home runs. Yeah, that was good.
I was pleased with that.
But boy, a lot of that game looked like last year.
Yeah.
Run up the middle for a yard and a half.
Yeah, that
way
was
too many of
That
those.
happened a lot.
Yeah.
There's no push.
Nope, not at all. I remember that, and it did have kind of a what's a deja vu.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, we're not getting anywhere with this. Let's make a move here, O-line, and then we weren't really letting the quarterback do his thing. So it's like, okay, O-line, let's pick it up. So I don't know, and it's not degrading, OD by any means, but come on.
The average yards per carry was 3.6.
And that included a 22-yarder and a 60-yarder. So that kind of tells you, take those away.
And
what's the average?
Might be negative. Who was negative? I was watching the game and they're negative rushing.
Garcia with all the sacks.
It was just it was a different game but yeah. Well, hey, we won. Thank goodness. There's the big thing, but let's tighten up this week, and I'm gonna put it on the players to tighten up. So yeah.
Kenny says Jake will go turnover free this game. Ron Burgundy meme. I don't believe you.
So here's another stat.
Should we consider it or not?
Not really.
Okay.
But
I will not consider this.
This is like the old Rajay where we just give him the ball and let him roll.
My guy.
26 carries, 131 yards, and averaged only 5 yards. Because he was the guy that was only getting like a yard and a half.
I know.
So many times.
Yeah.
So 5 yards a pop, still not bad.
No,
but I feel like,
but that is that's totally inflated by his 60-some yards.
Yeah.
So,
but they were giving it. It's almost like. And Bryce, the old cliche, when coaches say it, it kind of annoys me. But it's legit when we're like, well, why did you decide to do this here? We do what the defense allows us to do.
Yeah.
If they're letting us throw, we're going to throw. If they're letting us run, we're going to run.
Right.
Week 1, a lot of passing all over the place.
Pass.
Who needs to run the ball? Week 2, ton of run. Of course, we ran a million plays, so we did a lot of both. But definitely a lot more running week 2 than week 1.
Most definitely. And it is. It's all a schematic thing. How many guys I got in the box, and all this determines whether run, pass, what they're reading, what defense they're in. Like I said earlier, I'm confident in our offensive scheme. It's up to the guys to execute the plays, do their blocking assignments, catch the ball, make the right reads, make the good throws. So, like I said, I'm putting things on definitely the players, from last week and here on out, because as of right now, I'm not too pleased with the general performance from what I'm seeing now. But we are 2-0, so yet again, I'm happy with that.
We this regular season is going just like the preseason lead up, and it's no talk about the defense at all. We know what we got there. Until otherwise, y'all just keep doing what you're doing.
Right, yeah.
You're doing fine. But it is funny.
Y'all
to
are
me.
doing just fine. Y'all stay right over there.
Yeah. We didn't talk about it much. All we would say was, can they be as good as last year, or
can they be better?
Can they be better than last year? If so, we're going to win more football games. Through 2 weeks, they've given up 17 points.
Right.
You'll take that. They gave up some big plays last week. One completely busted. We'll ask Blake Harrell about tomorrow, where the quarterback kind of
the touchdown. I remember because I was watching the thing, and I guess Revel thought he had a safety, helping him, which I didn't know what if the call was. But it's always a bummer when is it a miscommunication or didn't catch the call, and that corner thinks he's got somebody, and no, he doesn't.
And the quarterback takes off like he's going to run, so that means somebody comes up, and nobody's back there.
What we're seeing in the first 2 weeks is what we should have seen more last year. Defense is keeping us in the game. We asked last year, all we asked was if we had a decent offense.
Yeah.
And
you're winning 6 games. And right now,
we've got a decent offense.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Now we do.
Yeah.
And now we have an offense that's going to give us enough to win the ball game. Because our defense is going to put us in position to win the football game, which they have done in the first 2 weeks. Because, 6 turnovers in the first game, 4 interceptions in the second game. So the defense, you really got to tip their cap to them. But the offense is doing enough to get the wins.
Yeah, most definitely.
Which we didn't have at all last year.
Yeah.
So
And I saw this. I mentioned it yesterday. I'm going to give the proper credit today. East Carolina, Bryce, in some rankings are number 2 in the country in special teams. ESPN special teams efficiency. What does that mean? Couldn't tell you.
I don't know either.
But shout out to the East Side boys. Eastern Michigan, number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2, East Carolina.
There we go.
East Carolina, Chandler.
East Carolina.
Number 2, Bryce, 89.2.
Uh-huh. So what does this mean?
Nobody knows.
Hey, but we're number 2.
So
I'll take it.
Luke Larson has been under fire quite a bit. He had a good game on Saturday.
Especially that last punt where he pinned him at around the 10-yard line. Just chef's kiss.
You look like you just ate a good dessert or something. You're like shaking your head.
Delicious. Great punt.
Licking your lips. Conrad missed an extra point.
Yeah, I think I missed that. That was aggravating.
But that 50-yarder was huge. And, of course, we've seen Winston Wright and Bond both look pretty good in the return game. So special teams this year,
there we go.
A plus. Nice. Did you see our boy A-Harp, by the way?
Oh dude, so there was one. It was actually when they had they returned the punt. I think it was for a touchdown?
Oh,
he got called back. Thank God.
But I was like, son of a damn it, And but I just, look, there's Harp. Harp, bud, you look good out there. Yeah, he likes it. I was like, thought to myself, dang, he looks pretty fast.
I think he leads the team. I think he's a part of that efficiency because he gets down the field and actually a guy will fair catch it, but buddy, he's right there.
He's right there.
He's right there in his face, ready to tackle.
I'm gonna critique Alec.
All right, well, can you critique him on this?
Oh, yeah,
this is what I want you to see. So, we hadn't even talked about this play, Bryce. Where
the debacle.
The debacle at the end of the first half.
Oh, I don't know.
Where they didn't spike it or kick a field goal. They didn't do anything.
And then we didn't get any points.
But anyway, so they're running. They got guys running on the field, running off the field. There's Harp right there. So he's running in. But what do I do?
He's like, where's my field goal unit at?
Watch what he does here. He's going to the sideline. Oh, he dives off the field into the sideline.
All right, so if you look at it again, Bryce.
Well, we're going to run it back.
Jake Garcia dives, and it's like the most athletic-looking dive you'll see.
All right, so here's Jake's dive.
And then
A-Harp's
like, I'm going to do the same thing he did.
It's like he blew
as he's running, he goes, man, that looks really cool. I'm going to do it.
So did you not see this at the end of the first half? Oh, my goodness, Bryce.
I don't think I did. Well, at least I didn't look at the sideline. I can't remember.
They pick up a first down, Bryce. Ball is spotted within the 10-yard line. So clock stops. They reset the chains. And instead of spiking the football, which Mike Houston wanted to do because he addressed it after the game, he's calling for a spike, but somebody on that sideline is yelling field goal, field goal. So you got half of your field goal unit out there, half of your offense staying out there. Nobody knows what's going on. Clock resets. They snap the ball. Of course, I mean, the formation is way out of whack, so they get a flag on that. Pirates get no points at the end of the first half.
Holden Naylor's player of the game is Zion Wilson, who is a lineman on the field goal. So Garcia goes off. Zion's like, what's going on? I don't know where to line up. You know what? I'm going to step back here and take a snap. Give me the ball, and he spikes it. What a heads-up play by that guy.
Because if that ball is snapped,
Now, it didn't work. We went to halftime because Alex Harper couldn't get his ass off the field. We got 48 players on the He has already spiked the ball, and Alex is 5 yards.
He hadn't even started his dive yet.
Was it a dive or like a roll, like a blown-out tire?
It was an elbow drop. But shout out to this guy for being heads up, Zion Wilson. Let's take another break. We'll come back. Fleet Feet Rundown. Got more for you. Pirate Radio Live on a Tuesday with Bryce after this.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown and Wood. We have the 2024 Encore GX at 0.9 for 36 months. You heard it right, 0.9. We also have the Envision and the Enclave at 0.9. For GMC, we have the 2024 Sierra at 1.9%, the Terrain at 0.9%, and the all-new Hummer EV 849 lease for 24 months. Brown and Wood, 89 years in business in Greenville. 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Pestech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pestech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pestech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pestech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is now open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near Cracker Barrel. Experience the ultimate movie magic with their Elite experience. The Elite Theater has the largest screen in Greenville, state-of-the-art 4K laser projection, immersive Dolby Atmos sound, and heated luxury recliners. And coming soon, Eastern North Carolina's only IMAX theater. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style with luxurious amenities and top-notch service at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
Want to make your day better? Order a Papa John's pizza. Get an extra large, one-topping New York-style pizza for only $10.99. Made into 8 foldable slices, perfect for sharing or not. See, things just got better, and you get to eat pizza. Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is an MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Christopher McDowell from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's time for your sports injury or it's time for that joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services, as well as walk-in urgent care on the weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. For experience and professional care, call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
This is Brian Harris with 360 Golf Carts, Pitt County's go-to shop for all things golf carts. We have E-Z-Go, club car, and utility carts to choose from. Whether it's for the beach, riding around the neighborhood, or working in the yard, 360 Golf Carts has the perfect ride for you. If you have issues with your current cart, take it by my shop for an expert's diagnosis. From parts to sales to service, we have you covered. We will even deliver right to you. So come see me, Brian Harris, on Highway 43, just past D.H. Conley High School. 360 Golf Carts, Pirates supporting Pirates.
Fall into comfort with fantastic fall savings from Bostic Sugg Furniture. Transform your home this fall with some of our lowest prices of the season, plus 6 months special financing. Kick back, relax with beautiful motion furniture from Lazy Boy, Bassett, and Best at the guaranteed lowest price. Catch better Z's and save on a comfortable new Serta or Helix mattress with up to 48 months special financing. Cozy up and fall into comfort now at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
This is Amanda Houston, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation. Go Pirates!
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. It's that time of year again. Beauty Bar Medispa's annual Fall into Beauty event is kicking off officially starting on September 16th, and it runs through October 4th. Beauty Bar has teamed up with Halo Home for a Girls Night In event on September 12th. They will give you an even earlier access to their Fall into Beauty sale while you shop and admire all of the beautiful things at Halo Home. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. Go Pirates. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
We back.
Doggy. That's fun.
Bryce Williams here.
Unhinged.
Sean. We got Zach showing Christian the ropes. Welcome in, Christian.
Hey, Christian.
We got Delaney supervising. Delaney moved up quick.
I know. What
to
the
supervise.
heck?
I don't know how she did that. Shirley Rhodes in the house as well. Let's get our Fleet Feet rundown. Speaking of Alex Harper,
Hey,
Alex, his disembodied head just popped in. He's going to tell us about Fleet Feet.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
Dude or gal or alien. It could be an animal. A very smart animal has a question. It doesn't have a name, so on YouTube. What would the points per game allowed be without turnovers? Well, I'm going to say game one would be 0 because
the 3 points came off the first pick.
Now, they did drive it a little bit. It's not like we had a turnover in the red zone or anything.
Right.
They get some first downs. They converted a fourth down, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that we get a shutout that game without the opening pick.
42-0.
Sean, do you remember Saturday? Did any of their points directly come from one of our mistakes?
Yes. So I want to say the first pick, they threw a touchdown pass. And that was because, thanks to Holt Naylor's film session today, Siobhan Revel and another Pirate ran into each other, broke the receiver free, and scored a touchdown.
Okay, chain layer.
It's actually Chandler.
Chandelier.
It's actually Chandler.
My parents were big fans of chandeliers, and we could never afford one, so we named him Chandelier. All right,
Chandelier. Oh God, that's good.
Jansen wants to know if we heard an update on Gunn. Yeah, I talked to him today. He's good. Did you mean Bond? We'll try to get one of those. All right, what should I watch tonight? So this is like my only night when you think about it of the week. We can go through the week. We'll start with Wednesday. Wednesday, trivia at a great new spot on Greenville Boulevard.
Where's that?
It's right down from, it's on Greenville Boulevard, and it's near, no, they're not an advertiser. What advertiser is it near?
Oh, gosh.
What's the general area?
Chicken Salad Chick.
It is across from Chicken Salad Chick.
Yeah.
Come check us out.
Okay.
Thursday night.
For old Blue.
Thursday night, there is football on, so I got to watch that.
Yeah.
Friday night, there's football on, and I'm gearing up for a long Saturday. Saturday, I'm here all day. Sunday is NFL Sunday. Monday is Monday Night Football.
And sports trivia.
At Dubbuck. Fun night last night. Enjoyed it. Tonight is the only night where I'm like, I ain't got nothing to do.
What do you watch?
So,
you could
Big
watch
Brother.
The sun go down.
I could watch nature, Bryce. That's
Exactly.
good. I could, you got a deer stand I could just sit in and just watch and listen.
Yeah.
What about Big Brother?
So I've got a lot of Big Brother to catch up on, Sean. I got to do some binging there. Zach, you got any suggestions? I just watched Perfect Couple on Netflix. A very trashy, like, whodunit type show. Me and Mack love that. Did you watch it, Delaney? Oh, okay. It's good. It's all right. Zach, you got anything for me? No? All right. Thanks a lot.
I don't watch TV.
Thanks for nothing.
What do you do?
Hunt and fish.
A lot.
You are not doing that tonight. What are you doing tonight?
What day is it? Tuesday? I don't know, honestly.
Take a guess.
Sitting in my room.
All right.
I have some homework to do.
You sit and stare?
No, see, that's what I want to talk about. You're like my kid. Like, you can't do nothing. Everybody's doing something at all points of
scrolling
time.
through his phone.
You literally can't be doing nothing. If you are, you're a psychopath and potentially a serial killer. If you're just sitting there staring at a wall or sitting there with your eyes closed, that is psycho behavior. So what are you going to be doing?
I guess watching YouTube. We'll say that.
There you go. What do you watch on YouTube?
All kinds of stuff. I love random sports videos. Like I found one yesterday on the. What was the name of it? The asterisk in sports.
Okay.
I love videos like that.
Thank you for giving us something.
Yep.
Appreciate that.
There we go. So he's not a psychopath.
I don't know. I feel like he's lying.
He might be lying.
Yeah. I feel like he's making up something right now. All right. Pirate Radio Outdoors. You are an outdoorsman, Zach. And so is Bryce. Our buddy Randolph. What's up, Randolph?
What's up, Randolph?
Randolph said, deer jerky in the future, Bryce?
I'm going to do my best to get some. I'm going to do my best. So, yeah. I've been working on that. I went and put some cameras out. Another place I got permission to hunt, so we'll see. It's kind of just this looks nice. Let's see if something comes across it, and if so, I'll hunt it. But I was able to get on the water this weekend, thank goodness. And my boat finally got broke in, and finally got, because I've been skunked, the past 3 times, trying to catch a bull drum, and I was able to land. Well, my buddy ended up catching it, but that just is like me catching, so it was great. And finally caught a bull drum Sunday, and he caught a big blue and stuff. And it wasn't an epic day by any means, but we did not get skunked, so did that, and then put some corn out and checking cameras, putting cameras out. So just preparing for when maybe the weather cools off a little bit, or if I got something worthy to hunt, then I'll slip in the stand. So I've touched the woods and the water, so we're good.
This is a dumb question. No way we're done with like 90, 95, or...
I don't know. I mean, I think we've looked through the weather. I think it's not supposed to get up past in the low 80s.
Man.
I mean, I think we're in the cooler. It was like upper 50s this morning. So that was nice.
But do you think we're going to... I got to predict we're going to hit 90 again.
I hope we don't.
Yeah, me too.
Because hunting in the heat is the worst.
Yes.
The worst.
Yeah. So I hope not. I hope we're staying. I'd be cool here, and obviously as September rolls around, October. Well, I'm like kind of torn, because if it stays warm, then the drum should sort of stay in, the river a little bit. But if it starts to cool off, it may kick them, back out. So, but then again, it's comfortable in the woods. So either way, I'll be happy.
I hope my mom's all right. She's sending me old Little League pictures of me. She going through some kind of crisis or something. Look how tan I was. I like.
Oh, is that you?
Yeah. I'm right there. And then this one, she said I was showing off my new batting gloves. I got them like all out.
Dang, right.
I got them like in front of the guy in front of me. All right, Mom. Hope you're doing all right. Like a crisis.
I know.
Look at my baby boy.
Why are you going through old photos?
Yeah, I don't know, it makes me nervous. Bug Scoreboard. Presented by the Buck. Mackenzie Gore. Where's he from, Sean?
Whiteville.
I think you mean wow.
Wow. What are you, a Jaguar?
Wow. Mackenzie Gore will be on the mound tonight when the Nationals take on the Braves. Got O's baseball coming your way. Orioles at Red Sox. That's also on TBS. And Connor Norby, according to Zach, what'd you say? He's day-to-day?
He's been listed as day-to-day after being listed on the lineup for today, and then reposted, edited out of the lineup, and then Shirley and me checked ESPN, and he's listed as day-to-day until tomorrow.
All right. Burley's Cardinals taking on the Reds tonight. Is Gavin Williams throwing? No, he is not, when the Guardians take on the White Sox. There is your Buccaneer Music Hall scoreboard presented by the Buck. Take our final timeout, come back, get Bryce's prediction. These first two are kind of easy. This one's a little tricky.
It's a little tricky.
Let's see what he's got. Back with you after this.
Yeah, that's right.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
TD, Tutty, taking it to the house. Whatever you call a touchdown, they matter more at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NFL. Ready to place your first NFL bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score a touchdown. Score big with DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app and use the code PIRATE. That's code PIRATE for new customers to get $250 in bonus bets when you bet just $5 and get 1 month of NFL Plus Premium. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Gambling problem? Call 877-718-5543 or visit morethanagame.nc.gov. 21 plus. North Carolina only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bonus bets expire 168 hours after issuance. For additional terms and responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/ftball. NFL Plus Premium offer available only to new and former NFL Plus subscribers. Additional NFL Plus Premium terms at nfl.com/terms.
It's Tuesday, so you know what that means. It's Thirsty Tuesday at Wings Over Greenville. Get your first 20-ounce drink today for only $1. Be aware the discount auto applies at checkout, and the limit is 1 per customer every Thirsty Tuesday. As always, Wings Over will deliver right to you. With no third party needed, Wings Over Greenville has its own in-house delivery service. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Give them a call at 758-9464. Wings Over Greenville, they deliver.
Pirate Radio. Remember to always be yourself, unless you can be a pirate.
It's a pirate's life for me, savvy.
Always be a pirate. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
All right. The Dow was down 92 points and closed at 40,736. The NASDAQ was up 141 points at 17,025. The S&P was up 24 points at 5,495. That's your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. And Clip, I have a stat to consider for you as we come back into the show, courtesy of Jeff Nadeau, if you'd like to hear it.
Yeah, let's go.
All right. Jeff Nadeau just tweeted out that one of the better rushing defenses in the country so far has been ECU. They have allowed just 1.6 yards a carry and just 69 rushing yards a game.
Well, Nadeau has bet under on ECU the first 2 weeks. He is salivating at 60.5 right now. That seems like a high total to me.
Total.
But I've been wrong a time or two. Bryce, we got to get your prediction for East Carolina and App State. Were you here when? Nope, that was Old Dominion. Did you play against App State?
2012.
2012. I did not play that game. That was like my up and coming first year at ECU.
Gotcha. So you
I was
never
at the game. It was hotter than mule.
That was the Rio Johnson game.
Yeah.
Pirates have lost 2 in a row to the Mountaineers. Yikes. Can they get off the schneid and beat them this week?
Schneid. I think so. We got to definitely play smart football. Know when to get rid of the ball. Know when to check down. O-line, lock in. Defense, keep doing your thing. I feel good about it. If we can just do those things, it doesn't seem like a lot. I just think it's locking in and settling down and play loose, trust your training. And I'm going Pirates. You said 60.5. I'm going like a 28 to a 24. I think the spread was somewhere around 2. I talked to Buddy right now. It's like 2-ish.
Yeah.
So what did I say? 28-24. Pirates beat the Mountaineers.
3-0 heading to Liberty.
Can you imagine that?
Boy!
I tell you what, tastes good. That tastes good on me, John. Hey, John.
Hey,
beautiful.
Chef's kiss, baby.
All right, for Shirley Rhodes, Delaney, Zach, good work. Christian, welcome in. John, see you mañana.
Yes, sir.
Bryce, see you next week.
Yes, sir.
I'm Cliff Brock. Jeff Charles, take us home.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation of the voice of the Pirate Nation. This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. This is the Pirate Radio Podcast.
And welcome into the Pirate Radio Podcast. I am Shirley Rhodes. On episode 34 of the Holton Naylor Show, Holton talked to legendary ECU quarterback and Hall of Famer Jeff Blake.
The fans have been